All right.
Is Alpha going to be joining us, or is he going to be sitting by himself?
He has not told me otherwise, so he should be.
Who's going to slap him upside the head if he doesn't appear?
You can, if you want.
Hmm. He's not online. I have his number, I think.
I have not watched them. I was gonna watch them. Oh, I don't want
forcing Philip to watch? Oh.
I was gonna watch them earlier today, and then as I was driving by one of my old job sites from 2 weeks ago, there were like 3 other employees, coworkers of mine that were parked there, like doing shit, and I was like, oh, let me stop and like tell them what I found while I was here 2 weeks ago, so I can let them know like what's going on. And then I proceeded to get roped into doing the job, so we spent all day hand digging in various different spots trying to figure out where the fuck the water main was at, despite me telling the UMC like, hey man, I don't think it's here. I think it's way over there. That's what the GPR was telling me. I think we shouldn't be digging in this person's zoysia. This is some really nice grass, man.
Did they get mad at you?
Not really. It takes... I think I'm getting more respect in my place of business because even though I only have 2 years in and this guy had 19 in, what I was saying made sense. Because I told him, listen, while I was over on that side of the street, I had a really good signal with the GPR. The second I got here, I lost signal with the GPR, so it doesn't make sense that it would be coming all the way over here. I wasn't able to find the BOV here, which means they probably tied it into the service instead of using the BOV.
Is this what it's like when normal people hear us speak Leap?
3 lives left.
Yes.
Okay. So I have no idea what the fuck you're saying.
At the end of a water main is usually a blow-off valve. The blow-off valve is there for preventative maintenance in the form of if there's bad water at the end of the line and the main just dead end most of the time, you're not going to be able to get rid of the bad water unless there was some way, shape, or form to basically not make it the end of the main anymore. So we do that with a blow-off valve. It's just a hose at the end of a main, basically. So it's important that they are there because if we're in a very prominent area like we were here and we have customers in $5 million homes that have terrible water quality, we need access to that BOV to be able to improve their water quality.
Okay. Who are we waiting on?
Alpha.
And Potato. Where's Potato?
I don't know what she's doing. I think she's behind me.
Get in here, Potato.
Yana?
30 seconds.
She's not behind me. She's in the kitchen getting dinner ready then.
One enemy left.
Fucking tired, man.
That's okay, so am I.
I sent
most
Alpha
of
a
the day
message to get his
digging.
ass in here, but I don't know if he's awake.
Tiebreaker active. This is not the end.
You
But try
online?
calling him.
Tell them to line up faster. Opposing team annihilated.
Oh, he probably doesn't know that we're actually in the Xbox party. Oh shit.
Oh. Shit.
I'll text him.
You're in the lead.
I don't see him in general.
I'm calling him. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Three lives left.
Hello. Hop on Xbox. We're not doing Discord tonight.
Okay, I'm finishing up a show right now. I'll be on in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Alright,
Enemy
Bye.
team is out of lives.
bye.
Topple them. Last life.
That went a lot
This
easier
is
than I
it.
thought it would be.
God damn, your phone is loud.
That's because
Put it
it was
on
on
speaker.
speaker.
Oh.
Tell that.
I wanted everyone to hear.
Yeah,
1
yeah,
minute
yeah,
left.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
enemy is out of second chance.
Fox was just trying to expose him live.
Yes.
One enemy left.
The shenanigans of
We are
trying to get
waiting on
Alpha
you.
to
Well,
actually
no, we're not.
be in a
We're
session
actually
with
waiting
us.
on Alpha.
What's the matter? He can start a few minutes later. He's at the shop anyway.
That is true.
You guys went back to the inn.
Did we?
Slept,
Did we?
as far as I remember.
I
No,
just swore-
no. Never mind.
We're
That was the
sitting
plan,
outside-
and then
We're outside this
yeah.
guy's house.
Yeah, and then he booked it
Yeah.
over to Barry.
Yeah, we sent him off.
Be free to death.
Three lives left.
I don't know.
Like,
Potentially.
y'all want a short rest?
It's like 1 o'clock.
Maybe just a short rest.
No more lives
I mean, I
on
can't
your
really
side.
short rest because I'm in wild shape right now.
And you can always get out of wild shape.
Yeah, but I don't remember if I get a wild shape back if I short rest or not.
That's
Look
why
it
you
up on
open your character sheet.
Me.
1 minute.
I was thinking about texting Tara and letting her know, like, yeah, I think I'm ready.
Oh, I'll check.
Fine, go ahead.
Not this time. You've been defeated. Round start. You're ahead.
You never sent me that list, by the way, Philip.
Of your speeches that you would know from certain people?
Yes.
Sorry. I have not made it.
3 lives
You
left.
slacker.
Yesterday, while running through World Anvil, I like looked back on how much shit that we've already done, and I just kind of died inside because I was instantly like, "Fuck, this is so much work."
Yes, but it will help in later time.
Be right back.
What I mean is, once you got that all filled in, it should be a little bit easier from then on.
A little bit.
One minute. You're neck and neck on reserve. No lives left for your enemy. Destroy them. Last life.
I got some spells I want to learn.
One opponent standing.
Kind of kicking myself for not learning it just yet.
"30 seconds. Slay your enemy and they stay dead." You annihilated them. You have them where you want them. finish this. Three lives left.
No, I'm okay. Wait, I take that back. Yes, I want some. Love to use it.
Oh wow, this campaign's going great right now.
Green tea?
Your team's out of life.
Because it's sweet. Yes. Because it's sweet.
Enemy team has no reserves left. Finish them. "30 seconds. Both teams out of reserves. End this."
Yeah, this should be fine. It smells kind of minty. I want my own. Sugar.
One foe remains. 10 seconds. All enemies down. All lives expended. Total victory.
Did he say how long his show was gonna be?
You
I think he said like a few minutes, I don't know.
He did say a few minutes. Like I said though, like he's at the inn, or he's at the
Oh,
shop,
yeah.
so we can
Yeah.
technically start and find a way to meet up with him.
Okay.
So, yeah, I can do a short rest. I thought it would have to be a long rest in order to gain it back.
You get just one, or you get all of them?
I didn't read too much into it. Let's see. Where is it?
I mean, a solution, Fox, for your druid is always don't just jump to wild shape. Maybe try to think out of other plans before you do so. So you don't end up in this situation again.
Druids are pretty flexible.
I know.
Ice water.
What?
Well, I want ice, but I don't want that ice.
There's ice. Ice in-
I'll just de-transform and do a short rest.
Everyone will be required to short rest, but that's not a big deal. That just means like you have to take 45 minutes to an hour, kinda, to like eat or just sit around relaxing.
Do you want to go back to the shop before we do the short rest?
I mean, we could technically just chill here.
Where are you guys?
We're inside
We're
of that
still at
guy's house.
Steven's house.
Well, technically we're outside Steven's house. 'Cause
Yeah.
we were outside looking
God,
where the people
And
entered in.
it's not like there's a lock on the door anymore, because somebody kicked the door in, I believe.
Even though we had
Yeah,
a
Vera
fucking
did.
key.
He literally had the key, and you guys just fucking.
That
in
was
there
not
like,
on
fuck that.
us.
That was not me. I wasn't there.
That was not on me or Matt. That was on fucking Barry for that one.
Thank you.
Oh, you're...
So wherever you guys want to take a short rest, you can decide.
guys want to do? So vocal.
Right?
I was opting for going back to the shop
We must talk.
and taking
Depending
a
on
short
where
rest
you
there.
go depends on what happens.
The safest bet would probably be here since he just worded it like that. We might run into somebody we don't want to.
Or it might happen while you're there. Who knows?
God
We'll
damn
see.
it, Philip.
So, for the sake of not wanting to run into anybody, I vote here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okie dokie.
Beef.
Anybody
So
else vote?
I need light.
I said okie dokie.
Kenyana, would you like to stay at Steven's house to take a short rest, or would you like to go back to the shop? Steven is currently incapacitated, so...
No, he's not incapacitated. We
Oh,
we let him go and let
we-
him go.
we let him loose.
He's going to the sirens for witness protection, so not get assassinated.
Steven's not at the house, it's just us.
Arkall voted to go to the shop. She's working on getting in the party.
Okay, what does Very vote? Okay, what does 8's Bay vote?
8th Bay is gonna vote with Tarkall because it's 8th
Simp.
Bay.
You should know this by now. He's gonna be a fucking simp.
Yes, my
Till
bad.
he pegs you.
There's an alpha.
That's not alpha. That's a potato.
No, alpha popped online for me because I put him on my favorites.
That's enough.
Oh, there he is. I just never invite.
Go look in
Lol.
general chat.
Alright. For safety reasons, the party will be locked. I don't want people popping in randomly.
What I'm hearing is you guys are going to stay in Steven's house because Tarkall has been outvoted.
Okie dokie, that's fine.
I don't know. I just didn't want to run into anybody, really.
That's fair. What if we stole Steven's house?
Can't really steal a house.
It's not that.
Yes, let me put it in my
It
pocket.
depend on this roll.
It's our house now.
We have a shop.
He
we're good.
has the key.
But
He
we
can
don't
get
have-
back in.
A house. We can take
Who
Doesn't
wants
matter,
to
the
roll the
lock's broken.
D100?
Alright, I'll roll.
Lanta.
Go for it, Moogle. Let me see your
Like
D100.
maybe he's like so scared he just gives it to us. Tarkall now wants a house.
Oh my god! Oh my god.
Did we
You're one below a random encounter. I got a 69% chance that you would get into a random encounter, and you got the 68. So,
Motherfucker.
Oh, you would catch up? Okay,
We dumped
So
your
we-
body at the shop.
Yeah, we
You are
basically
at the
just left you at the shop.
we saved somebody, we killed somebody, Song has become a klepto, Nim is stuck in her, or well, we're taking a short rest, but Nim used all of her wild shapes.
Because everybody was failing its straight checks
We
to grapple somebody.
Found out that, was it Barry was working
Yeah.
for the Sirens? Is that correct?
Yes.
he's a customs official, so he's always been
Yeah.
working for the
Well,
Sirens.
you know what I'm
But he's
Barry
dirty.
is a bad man.
Yeah, he's dirty.
Yeah.
Like real bad.
Super dirty.
Also, we have one dude running over to the officers in a crop top and a banded up leg. Because I guess we scared the shit out of him, I don't know. I wasn't with that group. Oh, and Song has a religion now.
Oh, and we killed a man.
No,
AIDS
that
Spade
was
did.
AIDS Spade killed.
It's bad.
An assassin.
Slice his
Who was
neck
also
open.
working for the Siren, so
Yeah, it was one of Barry's lackeys.
yeah, hired by Barry to kill a guy.
We had a very productive session. I didn't realize we did all that stuff.
We did. Most of us
Oh,
were...
we got bread.
Oh yeah, we did buy bread.
Oh,
yeah,
you met
missed-
the
you
Muffin
missed
Man.
bread.
We met
That was the bread
Muffin
maker. We didn't go
Man.
to the Muffin Man, did we?
The Muffin Man is the bread baker.
Oh, I thought we had. Okay, never mind. I thought there
The
were two
lady
different
makes
shops.
pies. I don't remember her name. She's the pie maker. And the Muffin
The
Man
baker?
makes bread. Yeah, the baker makes pies, and the Muffin Man makes bread.
Am I
Alright.
the only one who's sitting there, like, imagining Elves doing sweat in a puddle of, like, the dough, and Muffin Man just, like, picks it up and then just chucks it into the garbage can?
I was hoping that would happen, but it didn't.
now you're picturing it, because Philip's, like, he's profusely sweating, so I'm just, like, saying, like, that's nice. That's good.
He was sweating
So-
nervously. He was afraid that you guys were gonna figure him out, and you did. So
felt-
his sweat was warranted.
Welcome, guys.
It
I was
felt
useful
the
again.
We did it all in.
Voice.
We've been using Discord for when we split the party. One party talks there, the other party's being vocal.
Yeah, apparently we were torturing.
So,
freaking
are we
organized.
resting then?
Yes, you are resting. The
I
good
don't
news
think I
for
have
you,
to-
there is not going to be a random encounter. That means that Steven's girlfriend is. He didn't have a girlfriend. Never mind. His father was not going to come claim the house, so the house is open.
Oh,
Is unclaimed.
I got excited. I thought you were about to say the house is ours.
Yeah.
I just said it's unclaimed. Steven's left. He's gone. The house is abandoned. Steven was a
Crop top tip, yep. Because,
forced to sign the paperwork in the name of the Muffin Man to import the rock gnomes.
Where's he
Listen.
going?
Oh, he's getting the fuck out of there. He does not want to be around this town anymore.
So we really could have claimed the house. Is it ours now?
I literally I just told you that the house is unclaimed.
The gag is, I don't you underestimate my comprehension skills.
See that?
Overestimate, wrong word. We have a house, guys!
You had a shop that you could have always expanded to.
Well, if people want to move out.
I think it'd be smarter to work on expanding the shop into a house because who knows, we might have this fucking taken from us.
yeah, just kind of let that.
We'll be here
Alright.
until our shop is properly.
Song would like to look
Renovated.
around.
Okay.
How many?
It's a
bedrooms?
relatively okay home. It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath house.
Wait, there's a bathroom in a medieval house? That's freaking amazing. Yes!
Yeah, well, you also keep in mind that this is the northern part of...
Yeah, this is the high class.
Ah, I see. So Song wants to know what the hell was in that chest that she doesn't know that Very tried to steal from.
I believe Fairy is going to steal it first.
Yeah.
You're not stealing.
Is it
You're
stealing
not
if
stealing
it's
gold.
the house?
It's his gold.
Unless Matt will. I
No,
can
it's
picture
his
Matt
gold.
walking
You're
over
not
there.
taking his gold.
I just
He
picture
did
Matt
walk
walking
away.
over the chest. That's
It
all.
is
Yeah,
our house
but he
now.
can't
It's not
come
really
back and get
stealing
it
at this
all.
point.
I don't know what we're arguing about, but it's our house now.
You're not
Tarkal
stealing the
runs
man's
to one of
gold
the
that he left here in a hurry to get to safety. Good.
What you could do is just leave it there. Well, no, because there's no lock on the door. Hold it for safekeeping. If he comes back and he's looking for it, there you go. You can give it to him. But if not, then I mean, all's
I'll
fair.
hold on to it. So back the hell off.
God
Saul.
damn it.
If he approaches us well, we can reimburse him.
Yeah, I'll hold on to it. So we're definitely not going to give it back to him.
Okay, so
We'll take care of this house
it's
nicely.
just a pouch of gold coins. I'm not going to tell you how much is in it.
That's fun. I'm not adding it to my
You're
goal.
just hanging on to it.
Tarkal is literally just walking around the house and touching the walls, considering your
Damn
house
bird.
is theirs now.
So these walls
Is it
are.
still like when it's in his house? Like, or when it's in our house? I mean, like.
We have a home, guys.
Technically, it isn't
It's
even
only
our
two
house yet.
beds.
We haven't claimed it yet. We haven't like gone to
Tarkal
like
has
official
claimed
to
it.
claim
I
it.
am pretty sure Tarkal's like in love with the idea, and she already ran to one of the bedrooms. I think she's already staked her claim.
Tarkal comes downstairs. If he comes back, he can have it, but it's ours until then. Pretty much.
Apparently.
Unless we really like it, then I'll fight for it. There's only 2 rooms, which is kind of inconvenient for us.
You could spend this entire session adding on to it. I really don't give a shit.
Anyway.
Wow, that idea got shot down quick.
Fuck you, Philip.
It's kind of a
Yeah.
walk from the shop. And I kind of like, I like Song's plans. I just don't want to pay for the inn for another week.
Yeah, but there's only 2 bedrooms, so your sleeping arrangement is going to be interesting.
How big are the bedrooms?
But if we find
Alright.
Jerry, then we don't have to really worry about keep paying for the inn, so.
Right.
Yeah,
We still got a week left.
yeah.
If our time runs out, then we'll come back and we'll squat until we can do something with the shop.
Yeah, hopefully we find Jerry before then, though.
Hopefully. I don't know why I'm having I don't know.
Though this house gave me a lot of ideas for our little shop house when we make one.
Alright.
In terms of other things to steal, you have a distinct feeling that your Dragonborn Paladin, who might kick your ass with his high armor class, is going to stop you from taking anything else from this house.
It's his stuff.
Sorry.
Squatters.
Song is persistent. She wants to steal something, so now she's looking.
Tarkal goes
Okay.
back up to the bedrooms.
Make a perception check, and then depending on how good your perception check is, depends on how quality of an item you find.
Does that mean?
I believe that's Matt.
Oh, god damn it.
7. Okay. In one of the corners of his room is a dresser, and on top of the dresser is a bonsai plant.
Oh shit, I'd take
Very
that,
neat
yeah.
looking.
Want
You
it.
now need to make a sleight of hand check to make sure that Dojima does not notice you stuffing it into your bag.
Did Dojima follow me to the room? Am I by myself?
And Dojima's going to make a perception check to see if he notices.
Bonsai plant is pretty fucking cool, man.
Oh, I think the burritos are ready.
Oh, you actually managed to get this one. So right as Tarkal is kind of
fuck are you
like
guys
talking
doing?
to him and distracting him a little bit, you grab it quickly and stuff it into your bag in a very
Yes.
gentle way so that it doesn't ruin it.
Guys, dude.
We'll just stole a bonsai plant. She can add that to her inventory now.
I can't believe we accidentally made Song a kleptomaniac. That is out of character.
It's all on you.
It is all on me. It is all my fault.
You
I
enable
enable
her.
to do as she pleases. I'm a horrible parent. Well, I just
Never
let
get
her
told
have
no.
whatever.
I never get told no.
I have told her no before for our own safety, but if we're not in danger, I let her do what she wants.
Okay,
Yeah,
last
that's
time you
bad
told me no,
parenting.
you turned around and said, "Eights, bae, go buy her one."
Yeah.
This is true.
But she didn't
Yeah.
steal it.
That's shitty parenting still.
Didn't steal the first one, but then when we found another one, I did.
You traded it. Was it empty? Yeah. Will they notice? Probably.
That's not trading if it's you're giving them nothing for something.
A
An empty
bottle
bottle
for a
does
bottle.
not. An empty bottle does not equal a full bottle. I want you to go into a gas station with an empty Coke bottle and go, "I'm trading this for a full Coke," and see how well that works for you.
Well,
not.
I would never.
Don't
But
worry,
Tarkal might.
Gilgamesh, I got us some fancy whiskey.
We do have
Yeah, it's
fancy whiskey.
pretty stout. In fact, on your short rest, you might be able to enjoy some if you would like.
I think I'm gonna save it for wine
And then
man
see how
instead. I'll
fucking
crack
hammered
open my
you guys
wine.
get.
All right, you're drinking wine right now.
Yes.
Yes,
Technically.
you have no idea where we are. We're probably gonna go over there pretty soon and check on you, see how much we made. So do I need to roll? I'm taking like a couple sips.
A mixture.
Doesn't really matter. Just gonna roll.
Coffee is very expensive.
Am I rolling Constitution then?
Yes, but with advantage if you're just taking a couple sips, because it's not gonna be like a lot.
Okay.
Tarkal is encourage the sale of coffee because Tarkal is about that.
Gilgamesh might not have been the best people to be watching the shop.
He has
Like,
charisma.
He might also pocket some of the money and not let you guys know.
Well, he bought like.
Well, congratulations on your nat 20, Moogle.
Lit.
You have gotten pretty used to drinking wine at this point. This is just one of those, like, water type things to you. Especially a couple sips. Like, that's lightweight shit.
We also made an alcoholic, but that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Yeah, that was Gilgamesh.
I think we're doing amazing now. We're not good at raising kids, but we sure can raise a trooper.
So, your duration of a short rest of 30-45 minutes of looking around this house, trying to find things to steal, with Dojima, like, breathing down your guys' necks most of the time, because he knows you guys are fucking terrible people.
They're terrible people.
Only one thing gets managed to be stolen, and that is that bonsai plant. Dojima does not notice. After 30-45 minutes, you feel somewhat relaxed. It has probably been a semi-long day with all the events that have been going on and the information that you've discovered. But it feels like this was a good break, and you can begin moving on with this location, especially since you are no longer going to be inhabiting it. Where would you guys like to go?
We can go check on Dojima if everyone's okay with that.
Dojima is perfectly fine, and you have known that for
Yeah,
the past 45
You know
minutes.
I'm
that I
just
keep
standing right
doing
here.
that. Just correct me.
I'm
I
just
thought it
standing
was
right
more funny
here.
to do it like that.
Gilgamesh.
It's because the names confuse me because Dojima sounds like a rogue name and Gilgamesh sounds like a paladin name. To the shop, if it's okay with everybody.
Song is leading the way to the shop. I just unmuted my fucking Discord thinking that I was talking there.
Good job, Rick.
I think
Do I
it's
have to-
fine to not roll for survival on this, because you're going to the shop, and I think this is, what, the third time you guys have gone to the northern section, especially you and Tarkal.
Yeah,
Power
we've been
going
there a
to the
couple
south
times.
section.
Yeah.
I think our shop is in the south section.
It's kind of westerly. Like, it's between the north and southern sections to the west.
Oh, okay.
Song kind of
Ow.
just like bursts in the freaking store like Emperor Cusco walking into his throne room.
Yeah, you just burst in there with Gilgamesh behind the counter, who very clearly just sees Song bust in there, just like that, for whatever reason.
Call kind of puts her head behind Song and is just like, hey, how's it going? And she's like looking at the money jar.
Since you are already looking at the money jar, I will need Gilgamesh to roll a E100. With advantage, because your charisma.
Yeah. Not because of the coffee.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Congratulations, there is 82 gold pieces in the money jar.
Tarkal looks very pleased.
You can split that however you deem fit.
Would you guys like to pocket or put it in the fund?
Put it in the fund.
Yeah, fun.
Fund.
So, with the proposed plans that Song has put forth, I would go to say that 10,000 gold will give you all the improvements that you want. Be the material and the labor, unless you guys do it your damn selves, and then it's going to be 7,000 gold.
But I pressed the wrong buttons. No, I didn't.
Well,
I stopped listening. What happened?
make a shop home.
You can turn it into like a 2-story with a home above, shop below, like downtown Winter Garden. Shit, none of you you get the
Bob's
point.
Burgers.
Yes, there we go. That's a much better reference. It's going to be 10,000 to do that. That's a labor and material cost. If you guys want to attempt to do it yourselves, it's going to be 7,000.
Anybody good at carpentry?
It's going to be a bunch of skills checks, basically. Survival is going to be the most prolific one. But I will also take strength as one. Like, so, just since it's going to be 2-story, the home above, I can make you guys roll for strength to get materials onto the roof, and then survival for putting the materials together.
Would it be a group check?
Athletics. Yeah, it's basically going to be a group check. Athletics for actually doing the work. You're not necessarily going to fail your athletics. It's just going to determine how many days it takes to actually do it. But it still requires 7,000 gold. So this is like be a while from now, really. You can't. This isn't something you can just do.
Yeah. We have a lot of other things to worry about. Yeah, and we have another week at the inn, so we have time to kind of figure it out. Are you gonna come over here, Philip?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not very simple for you.
Is our shop looking nice right now, or is it still kind of bland?
No, it's been up. It's been upkeep since you guys have taken over it, so it's not like super dingy anymore. It's just a very small, squat building. It's not exactly very roomy in here, especially with 7 people in here.
Is there a window
Kind
in
of
here?
cramped. There is one window, and it's on the front, beside the door. So
Could we potentially expand the size as well?
there is room beside you, especially across the street where the house recently exploded. But there is room for expansion to either side of you. It's not going to be too far. Expanding up would be smarter.
Well, no, for
because
the
it would
store
be easier.
itself, like just making a wider floor plan so that the store can be more welcoming.
Song walks over and puts the bonsai plant in front of the window so it doesn't die in her backpack.
Does anyone want to see if they notice Song doing this?
I'm going to.
Do I have...
What the fuck?
Like a Dojima would.
Whatever.
the TV?
Moogle, are you trying to do it subtly, or are you just doing it?
Just
Do
do
I
it.
have to roll
I ain't
if I'm
thinking that
doing
far
it
ahead,
as
man. I only got an intelligence of 6.
Am I allowed to do it
Well-
like a proud parent? Do I have to roll still?
Dojima definitely notices Song whip out a bonsai plant from her backpack that he probably doesn't know was there before, so he doesn't know how you got it, and you just lay it down on the windowsill.
Tarkal looks at the plant. It's very nice.
Well,
It's very
I'm
pretty
gonna ask her
plant.
where the heck did you get that?
Campbell's
Why does it
Jittles.
matter? We haven't been there in a while.
Shut up!
She,
But Song
isn't she's not allowed in? Last time I remember,
She's not allowed in
She's
there.
not allowed in there. So
These fuckers got me kicked out of the fucking cable
Campbell's
shop.
General Goods was not River's shop, it was the old man.
Yes, this is true. I believe you are still on good terms with Campbell.
Tarkal, stop. You ran into the old man and he gave you a gift? That's so nice.
Yes.
Matt, would you like to see if you can tell if she's lying or not?
I would love to.
Oh, you're gonna hear a score.
Okay,
That's what insight.
roll your insight check.
Do I have to roll for deception?
My question is,
Yes, roll for deception just to see if you kind of sell it a lot better than you sound like you are.
is the plant
God damn it.
Philip, is the bonsai upkept? Or does it...
Yeah, it's very nice looking.
Okay, so they actually took care of it. It's not like overgrown and anything.
Yeah, she freaking lied to me.
God damn,
Yeah,
Matt.
freaking lied to me.
Oh my god,
This plant came from Campbell's store.
Tarkal checks the soil and makes sure it doesn't need watered or anything.
It might need some. It's a little dry.
She just puts enough. What a pretty
Dojima
plant.
believes Song. Despite the fact that it was a pretty weak-sounding story, you are now convinced that this was just a gift given to her by someone else.
To be fair, Song didn't say it in the tone that was used. Song mimicked exactly how it was said in the first place.
Yes.
Yes. Next, we'll go over to the bonsai plant and kind of smile because it reminded her of home.
I'll try to talk to it.
I can't talk to plants. You goop.
I
Not
thought there
that
was a
kind of
spell that you
druid.
had. Oh, it's animals.
You
That's
goober?
right.
There are plant druids.
You know, trees.
I mean, you
Most
could look to
dangerous
see if there's any
animal.
insects in it.
Yeah. Oh, wow, man. Google read my mind. Roll a perception check to see if there's an insect on it.
Tarkal kind of looks at Song. We should go to Campbell's to get some more plants to really bring some life into this place.
There is not a lot of space in this place to be shoving plants into it.
We're gonna be expanding it. This is for future endeavors. Tarkal is thinking ahead.
The song just kind of looks at Tarkal. It just kind of like stares at her because she knows she damn well didn't get that from Campbell's Good.
Tarkal is doubling down on this story because she also knows, because I'm pretty sure Tarkal was covering.
Roll your perception check then, Kenyana. Sorry, insight check to see if you know if she's lying or not.
I thought I knew she stole it. Oh.
You
No,
were
you
distracting
were-
Dojima at
you were
the
just
time.
I'm doing
Distracting.
an inside check as well.
Oh god damn it, stop
Go
it.
for it.
I don't think Tarkal's gonna care though.
Well, Nyx doesn't know.
One second, I lost my Discord.
Also, on one of the little branches of the bonsai tree is an ant.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that is a good deception check.
Yeah, she was pretty fucking good at lying. She might be a rogue secretly.
The only way I could have beaten that is if I got the nat 20.
The song is
Yeah.
like.
Me
So-
too.
All of you believe that Song actually got this as a gift. Even though Tarkal was like, I'll double down on the story, she's pretty sure it's true.
Okay. I'm gonna try and figure out how to actually cast my shit because it's weird. It works for everyone else except me. Half of the time.
Must be typing it
I
wrong.
think Talk to Animals might be an action, not a spell. And if it's considered an action, then I don't think you can cast it.
Yeah.
Song is happy to see Gilgamesh again, so she like goes over, nudges him, and says, "Drink all the potato water."
Thank God
It
he was
is
there because
not a
he
thing.
actually knows what that means.
It is not.
I'm gonna say that Steve's can't for I've got some good shit.
A is the shorthand for attack, so
Why would it be an attack? If it's casting on myself.
I'm telling you that when you type exclamation point A, that's the shorthand for attack.
What do you need the short form for? Action? What's the short form for action?
I don't think you could cast an action. I think it's just accepted that
Yeah, that you're
you can
doing
just
it.
tell the DM what you can do.
Yeah, you're just saying that you're doing it. So like when I do lay hands on pull, I gotta just tell them I'm doing lay on pulls and how much I'm taking from it.
Okay. Like, my brain is just like, okay, that's great. So I'll just start talking to the ant.
Okay. So this little ant is just kind of whining about its business. A leaf in the branch. What would you like to open up and say to it?
I'm just gonna ask the ant what's he doing.
He's a little startled by the fact that you can talk to him because he's not used to that. But he is currently harvesting food for the bonsai plant.
For the bonsai plant or not for the bonsai plant?
Off of it.
From the
So it's a leaf cutter ant.
Yes, it is in fact a leaf cutter ant.
Oh dear God.
What he's doing?
I would. Are there any other trees around here?
Outside is a
shop.
couple like weeds and shit.
I know we're in the shop. I'm just talking like in the general area. Cause
This is a like metropolis city. It's you'll have to find a park if you want some really lavish area for him to continue to live in.
Some
Otherwise,
metropolises,
there's going to be a lot of weeds.
they do it so there's just some life. Like there's trees in New York.
You
along
should
the
ask if
streets.
there was anything special in Steven's house that we might have missed, like little secret
I knew you were gonna say that,
hideaways or
Moogle.
something.
You got every little thief in here.
I'm just curious. Yes, actually I do. I'm a bard, but that's one of the songs.
She's a fucking
specials.
klepto.
She has a background.
I said, drink all the potato water.
So
Yeah.
I would kind of look at the ant and ask him if there is any passageways in the house or any secret little hideaways.
Roll a D100 against my D100.
Wow. Okay.
Yo,
Had to suck
fat
that
F,
belt
I got
up.
an 11, and you got a 9. So the ant kind of looks at you, and he's a little quizzical, like, what do you mean, secret passages?
Just anything that seemed a little bit off besides your little home you have here. On this.
Never witnessed him do anything other than walk in and out of his bedroom on a regular basis, and there was nothing hidden in his bedroom.
Did you see two men in cloaks?
Yeah, it was actually kind of scary. Had a big crossbow-looking thing. I mean, I'm kind of small, but shit. Could you imagine an ant being crushed by a crossbow bolt? This shit would suck.
Yeah, it would suck. Was it just one holding a crossbow or two?
One person holding crossbow, the other person saying demands.
Huh. Could you tell what race they were?
Both looked almost like that person over there, and he takes his little tin-eye thing, points to 8's Bay.
I see.
Our token human.
I mean, I guess you can ask Fox if she wants to ask
did
him
Nojima
that.
say that,
Maybe
or did Matt
yes.
say that? Now I'm curious.
No, I said that.
Matt just said that.
I just want to note, 8's Bay is our token human, and he's owned by somebody.
Yeah.
I would,
I once again stand by my statement.
And he's white.
Reparations.
I would, look at Song, and look back at the ant, and it's just like, oh, this might not end well. So, did they just disappear, or did they kind of just sit there and wait for him to come home?
So, he was asleep in the middle of the night. Proceeded to climb in through the window after breaking the lock.
How does
Woke him
someone not
up
wake up
by
from
yelling at him. It was pretty stealthily done. It was not something that would be pretty obvious.
Okay.
And they proceeded to wake him up by yelling at him. When he woke up, they threatened to kill him if he did not perform the duties that they assigned to him. And he agreed to it, and they said yes, and they walked out the front door.
Interesting. Why did they just go back to the window? It's beyond me. What other duties besides the, gnomes being transferred here were they saying?
They asked him to do 3 things. They asked him to transfer the gnomes,
Alright.
use the Muffin Man's name and business as a guise so that they could set the Muffin Man up as the fall guy. And they also asked him just to continue to act normally, like nothing happened.
That's good for me.
Tarkal just randomly says in the background, we should build a bathhouse. No reason.
Nyx would
just
kind
said
of
it.
turn her shoulder and look at Tarkal and say, "Oh fuck," and then look back at the end.
He's kind of staring back at you, kind of expectantly.
Song has no idea what Nim is talking to the ant for, but she steps outside.
8's Bay, go after her.
Oh dear God!
Hi, she just stepped outside.
Do it.
She stepped outside. What
It's
the
like
fuck?
losing a child in a fucking Walmart. Go!
Fine.
Tarkal goes outside because apparently 8's Bay is a useless servant.
I'm not gonna follow her. Let her be.
Did you like 5?
Yeah, who says I'm gonna do anything bad, man? I'm just standing outside.
Who says you're gonna do something good?
Okay, on that note, I'm walking outside too.
Okay.
Nyx would end the conversation by saying thank you and enjoy your little meal.
He goes back to eating.
Okay, so Saga's... Sorry.
You're fine. Go ahead.
Song is now confused as to why there are 2 people following her, so she decides that she needs to be doing something. So she decides that it's a good time to go to the potion shop, so she's taking off there at full speed.
No! I legit bust my head out the door. Don't let her go to the potion shop. Grab her.
Yeah, I didn't say I was going there. You don't know where the fuck I'm going.
Tarkal just followed Song. I don't think Tarkal knows they're banned from the potion shop.
Oh, we're definitely banned.
I'm gonna.
Dojima's the only one that's not
because-
banned.
Yeah, I'm the only one not banned. I'm not associated with you people.
Matt, I hope you still have
we
rope.
are in fact going to
We're-
Old
we're-
Man River's shop.
Following a bird. I'm following a bird because she's gonna steal shit, and I can't let her. I can't let her. What's her face? Enabler be there.
I book it and follow them too.
Now I see Nim
splitting
chasing me,
the
so I
party?
fucking run.
Not intentionally.
I start chasing after the fucking bird.
Okay, so 8th Bay, Veiri, Gilgamesh.
Go to the shop.
Party members have just started running away. Would you like to follow, or are you going to stay inside the shop? Yeah, you are now following them.
8th Bay made his decision.
8th Bay will follow after Gilgamesh.
I thought 8th Bay wanted to stay there.
Yeah.
8th Bay will follow after Gilgamesh.
I'm in the shop.
Emily, what are you doing?
Yeah, Emily's not in the shop.
You're gonna stay behind. Okay.
What?
Yeah, the best person to watch a shop.
I'm blaming all of this on 8th Bay.
The person that likes to play with fire.
So yeah, Song is clearly going somewhere. Does anyone want to roll a perception check to see if they can find out where she's going?
This is basing off the things that we're running past, right?
Yes. It's got an average DC, so I think someone may be able to discern. Well, Tarkal can't. Gilgamesh, this is a route that you have taken before a couple times, and you kind of understand that Song is about to go to Old Man River's
That makes
shop.
sense, though. I think
The only
Tarkal
ones who
only
know
been
we're
there
not
once.
welcome is me and Nim, so, and I don't even know why.
I do.
Yeah, for some god-awful reason, you know, the one who gave the man service is the one who gets fucking banned because two dumb shits didn't know how to shut their fucking mouths about murder.
We weren't actually gonna kill her.
I know why you guys are banned, but I don't know fully. But just know you guys are banned from the goddamn shop.
Yep. Gilgamesh, are you going to say anything, or are you just going to keep letting this happen because you don't know?
Are you gonna say
You're
anything?
gonna let, yeah, or are you just going to let it happen? They're currently going to Old Man River's
Wait,
shop.
Gilgamesh has never been there with us, though.
Yes, he has. The sunshine
Have you?
incident.
Yes.
Sunshine incident.
Oh, I guess he
Yes.
has. Yeah, he has. Never mind. It was just Dojima that hadn't.
Yeah, I was there only the one time. To, you know, buy Nick her stuff for her potions because she couldn't buy it. I think she's going.
House Salvation spends much time building.
Tarkal
Screams
is
at Dojima,
delighted.
get a harness!
It takes little time.
Tarkal is delighted because she doesn't understand why they're not welcome. Old Man Rivers was a delight. What? Didn't she say that?
So with this information, Nix, would you like to do anything, or would you like to just continue to run after Song?
Yeah, since you rolled high enough.
Well, Gilgamesh has now told all of you, so
Am I like, how close am I to Song?
you are about 10 feet behind her, since she is currently running as fast as she can.
And I'm running as fast as I can, so.
Yes,
I mean,
it's,
we're all
it's
pretty
kind of
fine.
awkward.
What's your
Alright.
movement speed?
I look at Dojima. And I'm like, launch me. Like, with a dead serious look to launch me at her.
Okay, Matt, how do you respond?
Grab the gnome.
Okay.
So what am I rolling here? Strength and then...
No. I do not doubt that you, as a Dragonborn Paladin, have the strength to throw a gnome, especially since you hunted one in the fortress. It's going to be a dexterity check to see if your aim is good enough.
Okay.
Please. Please. Please, this actually wants to work.
Ooh, 18
Oh
or 16?
my
That's pretty good.
God.
I'm gonna see what this d20 tells me. Good news.
Do I
It's a
get
3.
do I get to roll a reaction?
You're about to the second a gnome comes flying through the air,
Oh god damn it.
grab onto your
And I'm
back.
like,
And just
javelin
scream
a gnome.
song!
So your reaction is going to save you from being tackled if it is good enough. So you need to make an athletics check.
Alright then.
Funny.
Uh-oh.
Of course.
Fucking 20.
So she got a 20 and I got a 1. So
So, bye gnome.
Shakes her off.
she no.
I got
so
this.
she
You're
does
going flying
not
through the
shake
fucking door?
the gnome off.
Wait, I'm confused.
Gnome is still on Song. Her arms are around her neck. Her body is like flapping behind Song like a cape almost. Song staggers for all of a second and then continues full speed ahead. She is still running.
Alright, this is a strength check to yank her backwards.
Your feet are not currently on the ground.
Yeah.
I know.
Lean weight back.
Taller than you.
Who cares? If I control your top end of your body, you're gonna go flying backwards.
Yeah, it's the lean back. It's the weight. It's like a martial arts.
Alright, what do I have to do
Song
to
would
make
like to
my
shake her
footing
off.
stable?
Make your footing stable.
Yes.
Your height, you can kind of like squat on top of her backpack and bend over.
Our Paul is confused at all the commotion. But she just accepts that it's happening. She's not going to argue about it. It's not out of the order.
Yeah.
Also streaming to Twitch though, and that's also kind of nice.
Yeah, since
I mean, you
when
could
was the last time
say-
they cut your...
Yeah. Alright, let's see how I'm gonna do this. Alright, I'm gonna try and yank her backwards.
Okay.
Without hurting her.
Okay, it's gonna be a strength check.
I know. That's not too bad. Don't you dare.
Google, it's gonna need to make a reaction now. This is, she can actively feel this trying to happen, so she's gonna be able to react. Make an athletics check, Moogle.
One below me!
Ooh. You feel this gnome strength start to pull on the back of your neck as she kind of leans back a little bit and starts to jerk you backwards toward the ground. You kind of feel your legs give out beneath you. You just kind of backwards and you land on your back with a gnome kind of standing over you. He has effectively stopped you on the ground.
I caught
are
you.
prone.
Tarkov feels like if she supports Song in this situation, she'll be wrong, so she doesn't say anything.
Dang. You abandoned your child.
I didn't abandon her.
Alright, wait a minute, Dojima, I got her!
Good mother.
Tarkal just knows when to fight her battles.
Some mother.
I look at Song, we're not allowed at Old Man Rivers because somebody had to scream out murder.
Tarkal realizes her flaws and realizes it is her fault. She accepts it.
Song is now
And puts-
pissed.
Uh-oh.
You think I can apologize to him? Because I didn't mean it.
I don't
Song's
know.
pissed
There might
off.
be allegations moving.
Tarkal continues towards over Old Man River's check.
Just keep going? What?
I'm going to apologize. I'll fix my wrongs.
She would do like a lean, just like a gentle lean, and look at Tarkal and like, you know he's just gonna scream at you and not let you back in
Tarkal
there.
is already running.
Nothing.
Song gets up and roars at Nim.
Okay.
I could
Do
use
that.
minor illusions to do a bigger roar. But
I'll accept that too.
Tarkal is like dramatically like she's not actually crying, but she wants to be dramatic and is pretending to wipe tears while she runs away as she hears Song run like roar. Like she's not actually emotional, but she just feels.
Song
the
is
drama
so
in the
frustrated
moment.
she takes out her net and throws it over Nim and continues running.
Okay.
Pulls out my scimitar and cuts it in two.
Well, hold on. You can visually see this coming at you. So, firstly, Moogle is going to need him to make a dexterity check to see how good her aim is, actually. And then, what's your... Yeah, make an athletics check to see if you can dodge out of the way.
Bingo!
Yes. So in your hurry song, despite the fact that you thought the net was going to hit, it just barely misses as she kind of sidesteps it. So she now can keep up with you if she would like to as you start running away again.
And what does justice?
I could throw the net at her now because she gave me it.
Okay, so I'm fine with you sidestepping and grabbing it. Make a dexterity check to throw toward her. She does have her back to you, so she's not going to be able to see this.
Am I just off on my own? No one's stopping me.
You're a little ahead of the group right now.
I would
The group is currently
take the
following,
net
so...
into my bag because she knows this is kind of Song's like little blankie. And she kind of looks at Dojima and looks at Song and like, that's your trouble. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, thanks. I guess I keep running after her.
So you stopped her and then you proceeded to just give up on her?
Yeah,
Apparently.
Damn. Alright.
I don't want to piss her off anymore. She's a good little songbird.
But then I'm
I do have 2 swords and a fucking knife. And a very bad temper right now, apparently.
And it is also
Too,
fueled by
I don't know if there's
racism,
kangaroos
so...
in DnD, but I could also kangaroo kick her halfway across the world if I wanted to.
Wait a minute. Dojima's chasing me.
Yeah, Dojima's
Yeah,
Song
currently
proceeds to
chasing
run
you.
faster.
I'm gonna try to tackle her.
Okay. She doesn't see it, so she's not gonna be able to react. Just making... Yeah, that I'll consider
Be right
athletics
back
for
to
that.
this bathroom.
Am I just going? Like, am I
Yeah.
free yet?
Oh. You're, like I said, you're ahead of the group, Tarkal.
Yeah.
Dojima, having just been told by Nyx it's his problem now, decides, fuck that, I'm gonna end this right here and now, and proceeds to tackle Song to the ground. She falls on her stomach toward the ground. Dojima is on top of her. She's considered prone and grappled. Cute.
You're welcome.
You want another one?
Maybe. I have to roll a survival check.
Okay, Saul yells her phrase in Draconic. Again.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot to take my short rest.
And she is flailing her arms.
I was going to tell you to roll a d4 to see if you hit him, but you're not going to hit him anyways.
I want to
Pounding
try.
on his chest. Go for it, I guess. Try to beat his
What is it,
armor
a
class.
D4?
Oh, you gotta make an unarmed strike to beat his armor class. Yep. It bounces off his plate armor as you flail about.
I'm gonna pretty much tell her to stop struggling, more or less.
Yeah, you're only making it worse. I am now screaming at you.
It's also encouraged by the racist sword to be doing part of this, so...
The loudest shit I know, it's like in between Thunderclap and Gear, and I'm so sorry for stealing that piece of candy when I was 8.
Someone should probably step in and help calm Song down. Our call does hear this because she is screaming very loudly and is very distressed.
She is now actually crying. But this is all her fault, so she's going to fix it. Hmm? Mm-hmm. She trusts that 8-Spay will do what's right.
I'm
She
gonna...
trusts that 8-Spay will do what's right.
The evil one?
Oh god.
The evil one that is supposed to be her servant, that knows her will and wishes.
Right.
That has a contract with me.
I'm gonna let some up.
Huh?
But I'm gonna stay close enough to her where if she tries to book it, I can easily grab her.
Okay.
Song is frustrated. She takes out her dagger and stabs him in the leg.
Make an attack with your dagger. Good luck trying to get past that fucking armor class. Yep, it bounces right off the armor in this very hideous screeching sound that you can also add to your sheet if you would like to mimic it.
Kind of just watching, all this unfold.
I'm gonna start questioning why are you trying to stab me? Like, what the hell? It's like you didn't try to stab the goddamn gnome. What the fuck?
Song begins kicking at him, but gets ready to start running again.
8-Spay steps in. Puts a hand on Song's shoulder. Looks her in her bird beady eyes. Says, "Would you like to go get a drink together at the whiskey tasting bar right now?"
Song is beyond consolation. She's done with Dojima's shit. She turns away from him and punches Dojima again for another reinforced statement that this dude's aggravating her.
You can try to roll for damage, but I doubt it's gonna work.
He cannot spell.
I believe in you.
How do you spell unarmed?
UNARMED. It's literally
Oh, it's telling me it's incorrect.
It's literally look up a little bit.
God damn it.
You
I
attempt
just-
once more to punch Dojima, and unfortunately, it bounces off of that god dang plate armor again. said you were turning to about to run again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gonna
Someone might want to try to tie
Try
her
to-
up or something.
I'm gonna
at
try
this
to grab
point.
her arm. She can't run.
Yeah, go for it.
Do I just do it, or do I have to roll for it?
Strength check. I will let you do it, and your strength check is going to see if you can hold on to her or if she takes off.
God, come on, rolls, don't me.
Google, make another strength check.
Can I bite him?
If you don't feel like breaking out of his strength check as your action, yeah, you can try to.
Oh, okay. I'll try strength, but I'm not gonna be able to beat that.
Oh my Lanta.
You are stuck
rolls
in Dojima's grasp trying to run.
Just picture like a toddler trying to run as the dad's just toying.
Next,
It's
we'll
like-
kind of walk up behind Dojima and lean and look at Song.
She would
See-
just kind of, you know,
See, the
just
thing is,
stretch her.
Song didn't hate me in the past. She used to just fear me. So I don't know
Now
where
she
this hate
hates
comes from.
you.
I think it's that sword that looks like it's very angry at you.
Roll an insight check.
Bingo.
Meanwhile, Song is still screaming her fucking head off.
The sword might be like a slim little bit portion evil toward Dojima and other Dragonborn. The other part of this might be the fact that Dojima is being an asshole to Song right now.
Yeah, like I
Song's
just
eyes.
like I kind of just lean, but like I'm like leaning. I'm like, and I kind of like see like squint my eyes and look at it a little bit to see like, is that thing just like look like it's glowing ominously? And I kind of just like I want to touch it, but at the same time I'm like, I don't want to touch that thing. That
So
looks very
then,
angry.
Song looks Nim straight in the eye and says, "Kill him," and tries to enthrall her.
Is that a spell?
No, it's a part of the
That's the
sword,
sword.
curse she made. Where she can turn
Yeah, but I
pe-
didn't touch
people
it.
to attack.
Oh! Shit.
I did not touch it. I did not touch it. That's the thing. I wanted
I
to
think-
touch it, but I didn't.
I thought it was an actual perk of the sword.
It is an actual perk of the sword.
The accursed creature's hatred is a contagious thing, allowing the accursed creature to cast Enthrall at will as an innate spell.
I can
So
fight
it
this.
doesn't have to touch it.
Okay, so I need to look up how Enthrall works.
I believe it's a wisdom saving throw.
Or might. Actually, fun thing about forest gnomes. They can do saving throws against magic. With advantage.
Most of the Fays can, I think, so.
Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Fox.
With advantage.
Yes.
Is it exclamation check wisdom with advantage?
That's a wisdom check. You need to make a saving throw, which is an S after the exclamation
Oh.
point. So you feel in her string of words about killing Dojima a seething hate, and it comes over you for a moment. You ward it off and push it away because you know better than to kill Dojima, because Dojima would probably kill you anyways.
Depends on what I transform into, to be honest.
You can tell the sword is the prolific item that has just kind of tried to enter your mind in particular.
Nyx would legit glare at that sword and look up at Dojima. It's the sword. It is just reeking of hatred.
Alright, so we should probably find someone that can deal with this.
Song is now like acting like she's fucking possessed.
So,
Twisting in his arm.
stuff.
Song's gonna...
Song is trying to make me kill Dojima, and I basically outrolled her. And now we're gonna see if we can just take care of the sword. I look up at Dojima and I'm like, do you know any churches around here?
I mean, I'm not too sure because I've been only working with the sirens, so I haven't really been able to truly get around town. So, might be able to ask someone around.
Roll history check, Dojima, with advantage.
Song is hissing at the thought of a church.
I could see just Dojima carrying her at like arm's length.
Wait. Oh my god, holy shit, I hope to god you have a good history check. Good enough.
That is good enough.
There is one church that you are noted down in your head because it is a large structure. It is
Almost
in the southern
like
harbor.
cathedral church?
Yes, it is right on the coast. The southern harbor. It is a double structure. It is not only a very large cathedral, but it also serves as the harbor's lighthouse. There is a patron god of this church.
Oh god, it's
It is.
It's fucking Moogles.
It is a trout. So, this is the church that you know of.
So, let's
This
head
city
to
is
the
doomed.
church. Let's just head to the church. Can you put a rope around her beak?
I'm so sorry for stealing that piece of candy when I was 8. I'm so sorry I was stealing that piece of candy when I was 8.
I can see Gilgamesh just
I'm
patting.
just gonna hold her like...
Song's making drowning noises now.
I'm grabbing... just gonna hold her like by her arms, like she's just like arms are straight down. I'm just holding them both together and like holding out in front of me as I'm walking with her.
Yeah, just like I said, at an arm's length, just like...
Are you carrying me or am I walking?
I'm carrying you.
Yeah,
I'm kicking
run.
you.
She's trying to kick
Okay,
his
I'm holding you. Sorry about that. I shouldn't...
Make an unarmed strike, Moogle.
we go
Pretty
again.
sure you're gonna have disadvantage on this roll because his arms are long and your legs are short.
This is gonna be the one good roll she gets.
Yes. Oh.
It's an attack,
Don't correct me.
not a check.
It's okay. I believe in you.
You keep trying to kick, but you are so far from his body that your feet just miss him.
The funniest
I'm
thing
trying to
is-
talk, but I guess my beak is closed shut. Did I hear that happen?
Yes.
Where my wise
So you hear, "Run, run, run, run." I'm looking over at Gilgamesh and you see tears rolling down her face.
Gilgamesh, just let her be. We need to fix her so we can actually do some good stuff. Plus, she'll be fine afterwards. We'll go to whiskey tasting. Make her feel better.
I'm surprised
Bless us.
Charcoal hasn't come out to see what the commotion was.
Yeah, I think
She's talking to Rivers.
Yeah.
She's fighting it.
So we're going to this church. I heard that correctly, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Unwillingly.
Ojima has not been here before, but he knows of it. So with his general knowledge of Aquarin, he can get you there. It just takes a little bit longer.
You just have to look for a giant
As you're
trout.
walking down the street, there are people that are staring at this dragonborn holding a kinku out in front of them with her beak tied up.
I'm so
flailing
stressed that some
about.
of my feathers are falling out.
Don't
Oh my God.
mind. I'm like, I legit, as we're walking by, don't mind him. Don't mind this situation. Just a little bit of a curse on her. Don't mind it. We're getting it taken care of.
Okay. You somewhat allay their fears. They're a little concerned still in the crowd, and then other people are like, "Oh yeah, totally happens to me all the time. 100% understand."
I'm like
Yeah.
looking them in the eyes as I walk, whereas we are being walked by.
Don't be fooled by her. It's the curse.
Some of them are turning away like, "Oh god, yeah, fuck, that's pretty bad curse," and then others are like, ETA members basically, and they're like, "Let her go. She deserves to be free." After
and
about
I kinda
30
just,
minutes,
I kind of just facepalm a little bit, and like, how much longer until we get there?
30 minutes. So that works out. After about 30 minutes of this shit and really trying to prevent people from freaking out too much, you do make it to this large Gothic cathedral structure that has a lighthouse sticking out the back of it. There is a large trout on top of the cathedral, carved out of stone.
Kind of watches Song's reaction as we step over the threshold into the boundaries of the church.
So Song does recognize the trout. It is the trout that the lady in her dreams is holding.
Of course, we here.
Saga's still struggling. I don't.
Nim would gently say, "Is there a priest here?"
Oh. The words I never thought I'd say as a dungeon master. A sister of the church comes waddling over to you. She is wearing
Good.
a nun outfit, kind of, except the hood part of the outfit is a fish head with two giant eyes on top of it that are staring at you.
I'm not laughing, I'm not laughing, this is all out of Nim would say, hello, sister of the church, we have a cursed one here, as she kind of just makes the little hands gesture and she shows up to Song.
Song's wiping her beak against her shoulder, trying to get the rope loose.
Are you laughing? Okay, you managed to compose yourself. You have a distinct feeling that laughing in her presence might not go over well because she's very sensitive about this. So she kind of looks to Nyx, because Nyx is the one currently kind of leading the conversation and is basically asking, you need assistance with this one, and then kind of like looks to Song.
Song is still trying to get the rope off her beak.
Yes,
Trying.
we do. And
Can I roll this dexterity?
oh my god.
Yes.
Okay.
I will notice it. I will.
God damn it.
Tied up bird.
You are still tied up.
We just need help getting rid of a curse on that sword. As she points to the sword that's kind of just giving an ominous, very angry thing towards the dragonborn that is holding Song.
Curse, you say?
Yes.
Might need to go get the blind one for this one.
Oh.
Give me a moment. I will be back.
Okay.
Song is now
She kinda,
trying
like-
to kick her legs up and remove the rope with her foot.
Make another dexterity check.
If you fail with your feet, I'm gonna tickle your little bird feet. That's
She failed.
okay. Next would legit start tickling Song's feet, keeping the distance away.
Okay, now Song jerks back her foot and strikes out then.
Nyx would just move to where Dojima is, like where Dojima is at.
No,
And
she's
just
gonna
kind
make
of
an
allow
unarmed
Moogle
strike first.
to make an unarmed strike.
Yeah, she's gonna get to go for the strike first.
I know.
That's pretty good.
Only does 1 point of damage though.
Still.
But you feel this claw on the end of Song's leg dig into your hand. It leaves a pretty nice scratch.
They take a 1 greater health potion. Actually, no.
You're gonna take a health potion for 1 damage?
Hold on. No,
was
I'm doing one
confused.
better. I'm going to take a little bit of my bread that I have and munch on it. That's better.
So I'm staying at 1 point of damage.
Matt, I have over 40 of those greater health potions in my bag.
I was
40.
gonna stand by statement. 1 point of damage.
I forgot I had the watermelon bread.
You remember what the dice roll was for the watermelon bread?
I think it was 1d6.
I have it in my notes, give me a second. Watermelon bread, when consumed, grants 1d6 health back.
Okay. So a d6?
Yes.
You move on.
Oh, wait, there's supposed to be a space. Four.
So you regain 1 hit point.
Congratulations.
Listen,
So Moogle, you manage to strike out at Nyx, who's tickling your feet, and you leave a pretty nasty scratch on her hand. She looks you in your eyes, takes out a piece of bread, and eats it. And then you kind of watch as the scratch on her hand stops bleeding and slowly fades away.
Please reply.
So, in the middle of you doing that, the blind one waddles over and Well, it's not really a waddle. It's more like a squirm. Like, this man is fully enveloped in a carp suit with no legs, so he's like inchworming across the ground.
I'm imagining the outfits from fucking Black Desert for
Yes,
fishing.
Show me a picture and I will let you know if it's close or not.
It's okay. Legit, they're fully decked out in like a fish outfit. Like it comes with a fish head and all. All I just picture is a shy, just retracting the arms and legs and just inchworming.
Am I nervous that very striking? Yes, very much so.
I want to see a picture of this.
Does he just accept it?
He's a little iffy about it, but he seems to think that you are being sincere.
Never mind, I clicked on. Give me a second. I gotta save it as not a PNG. Yeah, that's why. But you can continue the story. I'll still send it.
So he comes crawling over. He is, in fact, blind. Both of his eyes are white, glazed over, so he cannot see a damn thing. He hears this awful sound that Song makes and can very clearly tell that she is distressed. He has a very soft and low voice. He kind of just... If you guys wouldn't mind, can you please put cursed thing in front of me, the floor, that I may sniff it?
What the fuck did I just call that?
Sniffing swords.
So,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
as
Not the
their
short skirt, more like
as
a long
whoever-
skirt, but yeah.
Yep.
as whoever reaches for it, Song's gonna be like wiggling and trying to squirm out of letting them have it, cause she likes her sword.
I
Wants to try to
am
reach
the
for
one
it.
who's gonna do it.
I'm holding her, so.
Okay.
And then I kind of look up at Song like.
She gets her feet
This-
ready.
Wait, hold on. Is Gilgamesh in the background?
No.
You're in. Okay. I look at Gilgamesh and say, "Pick me up. I don't want her kicking her feet at me. Hold me to her. Hold me almost about same arm's length as Dojima is holding her." I reach for the sword and gently, take it off its. I don't know how to do that. Like, wait.
It's
Am I
like
taking
a
the-
clip that goes on a belt, basically.
Okay. So I just pull it upwards and slowly retract it backwards.
Okay. So you pick up the sword.
Because I know it's just gonna.
Second
go
your
straight.
hand falls upon it, you feel a seething hate for a Dragonborn, especially the one standing right in front of you, enter your system. The good news is, that seething hate does in fact leave Song. It is now...
Aw, I thought you told me that was
Yours.
a permanent thing for me.
No.
As soon
The
as someone else
second someone
takes it.
touches the sword, it is now transferred.
And I'm like, I'm just telling Gilgamesh,
Song is now calm.
walk me over to the person please, I don't want to whack Dojima.
Roll a wisdom save.
Wait, wisdom save. With advantage.
Yep.
Where?
That surprisingly worked out.
Why did it take the advantage? Unless I did it wrong. Do you want me to do it again? Because it didn't do it with the advantage part, unless I did.
Just roll another wisdom save and then take the higher of the two numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, Song is now just calmly dangling
I'll take the
Doshima's
14.
arms.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm gonna take it down now.
this sword has entered your mind, and you're fighting it really hard to not stab Dojima. Unfortunately, it is not good enough, and you feel this seething hate take over. Your eyes glaze over with rage, and you draw the sword and start swinging it toward Dojima. It is a good thing that Gilgamesh is holding you back and not toward him.
Yeah. So...
I'm gonna tell Gilgamesh to kind of lead her over to the person so the sword is near them.
Yeah. And then I just I feel like Matt should back up and away so that way the sword kind of loses the burning hatred part.
So you set the sword down in front of the guy.
Yes, I do.
Okay. You set it down. You feel the seething hate kind of leave your body, and you feel normal once more.
I kind of just fall backwards from, you know, all that rage.
So, the blind one on the floor, you hear this as he sniffs the shit out of the sword. It's very awkward for everyone involved.
I almost spewed my drink everywhere, thank you.
Sorry.
I feel like Tarkal would have enjoyed this.
She probably would have.
He kind of licks his lips a little bit, and he goes, Dragonborn hatred I sense coming from this sword. Is that right?
Yes, since
Definitely.
I just tried to want to
Song
murder.
is kind of traumatized from this whole invit, and she knows that was what was going on, so she goes, yes.
I look at Song and Gilgamesh like, alright, whiskey on me tonight.
Song is actually a little bit sad that she was actually trying to hurt the party member that didn't really do anything too bad for her, so she goes and hugs him.
I pat her on the head and go, it's okay.
He kind of looks kind of expectantly toward someone. Kind of help him out. And he goes, I need one of you to pick it up and kind of shove it in here with me. Just like through my face hole.
Excuse me?
What?
Just shove it in here with me. I gotta fix this for you guys. This is the only way.
Song does not want to touch that fucking sword again, so he hides now.
Nyx just scoots away and then kind of pushes Gilgamesh forward because she knows that he's Fey folk. So, yeah.
But you might want to make sure that he has a way to save against it before you just offer it to him.
Alpha, do you have the roll to
I'd
save
rather not
like
get
I
stabbed
do?
by her. I'd rather not get stabbed by Rogue. Thank you very much.
Alpha.
If you guys could hurry up, that'd be great, because I have no arms, and I do want to save this sword for you guys.
Do you have the saving throw that I have with advantage when it comes to making saving throws against magic?
I think
Because
two.
elves, gnomes have it. Okay. So it's your turn. Sure it's that?
Alright, well, let's do this.
Yes, you
And
are.
feeding it to the fish man, apparently.
Yes. We're feeding it to the fishman.
Okay. Roll a wisdom save with advantage.
It's gonna... I
Just
start
so you know,
scooting
Song
back.
is hiding behind Ojima.
Oh, they're gross.
I'm gonna hold
Is
my
Charcoal
shit
just
out
standing
in front
outside
of
the
me,
shop
kinda like,
wondering where the hell we went?
kinda looking like
I'm
a scene
trying to
from
figure out,
Avengers
was
Endgame.
she purposely left? Am I actually making amends, Philip?
He did tell you to come back in a week. I don't know if you read that part.
Were you too busy playing Tetris?
Yeah, because Philip wasn't responding.
That's true.
I'm really curious about how they react to Blind One, so...
Well, he got a 20.
Okay. Yeah, so you too feel a seething hate for this Dragonborn come rolling into your mind, but you are way faster than everyone else who's touched the sword so far to push it off, tell it to piss off. You kind of pick up the sword by its hilt with like a pointer finger and your thumb, like gingerly, like, I don't really want to be touching this. You just kind of move this guy's little flap around his face out just a little bit and kind of push it in until it kind of disappears inside of him.
I could just see him just like using his pointer finger like, ugh.
Yeah, like, ugh, God, this is really gross. So it eventually disappears inside of him, and you just kind of thank you for giving that to me. Give me a few minutes, and eventually the sword will come out, and it will all be fixed and reprimanded. The
Wait, is
curse
he gonna
will be
ship the
lifted.
sword out?
Of course he is.
It's all yours,
So-
Bree. It's your sword.
Yeah, it's your sword now.
Enjoy your poop
He
swords.
starts rolling around on the floor, like back and forth, like doing barrel rolls. He's chanting to himself some very weird fish language. I forget the language of the fish people.
Fish iconic.
Glub, glub.
I just named something.
Oh, there's like an actual fish language in D&D.
Yeah, there's an actual fish race.
That's what he's speaking right now, basically, and he's chanting in it.
Oh, Grung?
Communion with the trout god.
Grung is not a fish, that's a frog, Bree. Racist.
It's gonna take him about 30 minutes.
No,
Now
that's
we're
actually a
curing
better
that man.
representation.
So, what do you guys want to do for 30 minutes?
Song
That car
goes
is lost.
and looks to see if the... Well, you have a sending stone. Song goes and looks to see if there's an altar.
Yeah, there is in fact an altar. It's toward the end of the larger cathedral, but there is one there.
She'd like to go sit at the altar and stare up at the artwork on the walls.
Okay, I'm glad that someone picked up on this being a cathedral. This is great. You kind of get to the altar and you sit down. It's a very large stone altar, and there's padding around it that you can sit on, out of like a red velvet. It's well off.
Churches.
Alright.
Around you are various images of this trout god with interesting weapons coming out of his little fins, smiting other various creatures of the sea. There's one of a black whale being smote.
Smooted.
There's another one of an orca being smote. Another one of a shrimp being smoted. It's very weird because the trout is like 20 times the size of the shrimp.
Is that
They're
the
still
real
fighting.
plural of smite?
Not plural, but like the action of doing so.
Smitten.
Smitten. Smote. I like smote better. So
I
I'm gonna
have
go
to
smote.
post this now. I have to post this now.
The
Bree's
last
favorite.
image of the trout is him smoting a crab.
I would kind of go over and sit with Song and kind of look at the artwork
Song
as well.
wonders, with her bardic knowledge of, you know, history of the songs and tales being told, if that is Groucho depicted on the wall.
It's first song. It's not going to be a check. With your wonderful kind of stories in the background, you know that all the images depicted in front of you are in fact gods. You do not know the names of them because originally Gilgamesh was the only one who knew who Groucho was from stories of his past. If you're looking at them, Gilgamesh, you will recognize that that is in fact Groucho being smote in that image. He is currently being smoted with a mace that has a lantern on the end of it by the trout god.
That sounds actually like a pretty cool maze.
It sounds like useful information.
Yes.
Discernment.
So you kind of want her to come out. You're just trying to get help from her in the long run, basically, right? She might give you something or someone to assist in this re-smiting of Groucho.
So if I'm sitting right next to Moogle, correct?
Yes.
Okay. As, you know, Song's looking around, I pull out her net that she used to throw at me, and I give it back to her, and then I kind of just sit there and say sorry for trying to tickle your feet.
Song takes the net and gives Nim a little pat on the back and looks at her hand, and she looks back up at her and she says, "Sorry."
Okay, you gotta admit that was kind of a little touching moment right there. That was cute.
Yeah, that was pretty cute.
Because you gotta remember, Song's like a little bit taller than me. And it's just funny. So we kind of just look around and then I say, that's... And I kind of point up and look up at the one art with the black whale, like, that's the whale.
That is in fact the whale.
Song points at the goddess and says, "Lady."
And then she's like, is that
The goddess
your
is not up there.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said goddess. Alpha said
Trout god.
goddess, so I gotta look. Never mind. Scratch that.
His goddess is the luck goddess, so he's talking about a different goddess.
I also have a goddess as well, but I forget her name.
But you're asking your goddess to find the trout god. Correct.
And I mean, we
Valid.
also have a lot of coffee beans. I mean,
It is a lot of coffee.
we could. It's just, you would mainly have to. I would mainly have to carry Tarkal share, and you would have to put some into, well, most in your bag of holding again. Because I can transform into a draft horse, and I can carry about 500 and something odd pounds as a draft horse.
So Song is curious as to what Dojima is doing right now.
I'm just standing here waiting for this guy to poop out a sword.
Are you
Still
just
rolling
like
around
standing
camping.
over him?
Furiously back and forth.
I'm just more or less in awe of what, or more or less, not awe, shocked of what the hell is going on in front of me.
He's blind, so he doesn't know that you're just standing over him. So he's just gonna continue to do his thing.
Yeah,
Song gets up and walks over to Dojima and like reaches for his hand and pulls him to the side and says, sorry, and then she takes her bag and dumps out of her stuff on the ground to show him her goodies and try to offer him something to
Oh my
make
Okay,
god.
the first thing that falls on the ground is a
the
giant bundle of TNT.
Oh, I didn't think that one through.
Just kind of like stick that one back in. Just pretend
Like-
it didn't happen.
I look down all of her stuff and I look at the TNT and go, I'm gonna question where you got this in a bit, but
Next we kind of go over and she kind of hold her mouth a little bit, and I'm just like, and she's like, okay, I'm just gonna sit on the bench in the far corner in the back.
I start looking through Song's stuff and I'm just like, and I was like, it's your stuff, you can hold on to it. I mean, I'm questioning the TNT, if anything. Where the hell you found this, but I've left you alone with probably not the two best people to leave you with.
This is true.
So, that's
Technically your
on me. Yeah, technically at that point, it is my fault. So, and as I'm look over and go, I'm seeing like stuff we can actually probably use for maybe a plan of some sort. Since this has got a bunch of stuff there that may come in handy.
Song looks kind of broken here, so she starts gathering her stuff up again with nothing good enough to offer Dojima.
What type of plan were you thinking, Matt?
What do you say we do when Guardians
Maybe a
do and
way
bust them
we
back
can
down to
get
light?
rid of crab people. Or at least cripple their army heavily.
Gotcha. Google kind of gathers all their stuff back up. And good timing, because as you finish this, you hear the guy go.
Oh my god.
Tap Song on the shoulder, is like, we'll talk later, don't worry.
He's
Song goes,
he's wiggling it back and forth. He is not shitting it out. He is just trying to get it back through his front hole where his face is at. As it clatters to the floor, it has now been cleansed and is no longer cursed. And he looks kind of about expectantly, like he's really hoping that someone is actually still standing around because he doesn't know. He just kind of goes, "It has been cleansed.
Is
It
the
is
sword
ready to
covered
be
in like
used."
saliva?
It is not. It is actually covered in sweat, though, because
Song slowly walks over and eyes it over to make sure that the curse is gone before she frickin' touches it again.
the curse is in fact gone.
Are we still in the cathedral?
Yes. Is all
Song
the
is
curse
inspecting
gone?
it.
All of the curse is gone.
Even the part where it comes back to the owner?
Yes.
Damn it. But at least she has a sword now.
Song is a little grossed out that it's covered in sweat, but, you know, it is her nice shiny sword, even though it gave her angry thoughts.
Nyx would look around to see if there's any emblem around the church of a unicorn head.
No.
It's a fish.
No?
No.
Song resheaves the sword. Does it still have magical properties?
I will write up everything about the sword at the end of the session for you.
Alright.
You sure?
Yeah, basically.
Song wonders where Tarkal is, so she takes out the sending stone and makes noises as if Tarkal is choking, and says, "Lady," and then she says, "Cult," and then she says, let's see.
Church.
I don't know how to say church. Give me a second. Something good. Winning.
You say that. Tarkal does hear this. The question is, can Tarkal decipher what it means?
Tarkov thinks about it. Do I have to do like a religion check? I don't know if I know this. Literally it's about God.
Well, you don't know that the church exists. You do know of Song's frequent dreams about a fish
That's what I mean.
person.
Because I feel like she would figure out like this has something to do with the fish goddess lady. But it would help if she knows if this town even cares about the fish lady.
Yes, then.
Philip.
Yes.
Is there a fountain in the church?
Fountain?
Yes, because it's a trapped.
Not inside the church.
Okay.
So Song goes over to the
I got a
disciple lady that was that greeted us at the door.
Okay.
And she looks at her and she says, "Lady," and then she like looks up at the god on the wall and points.
You telling her she's a lady, or you asking about the lady?
I'm asking about the lady. Like, why is it a dude?
Tarkal, you do know, in fact, that there is a certain amount of care for the trout god in this town. You just don't know about the church.
Is there anybody around me?
A couple people. They seem to be just kind of minding their own business.
I go up to them, excuse me. Is there a temple or something for the trout god?
Oh! Well, yeah, actually, there is one. It's Southern Harbor. That direction. He kind of points that way. You'll find it.
He thanks them and then just starts jogging in that direction.
Alright. So you make it. Alright. You make it basically where we're at now. The story. So Song is now getting an explanation from Sister about Trout God and a little bit of the history. So she looks at you and she says, "Are you asking about the actual blind one?"
Yes?
Wait!
Okay. So she
I
proceeds.
do walk in but calmly, and I just like stand next to Tarkal. I mean next to Song. He's listening.
He proceeds to explain to you that Trout God is a very powerful god because he's a fish, so all of his energy is in a concentrated form. Bad news is, because he's a fucking trout, he can't walk, really get around on land all too well, because he's a fish. So he needs a servant to be able to guide him around land, do worldly things on land. So he managed in his younger life to find a younger blind woman who could carry him around all over the goddamn place so that he could be used to fight off evil on land and not
Wait,
just in the sea.
Are you telling me that when I was asleep I got slapped by a fucking god with a god?
She's not a god. You got slapped
Demi?
with a god underneath the god's discretion.
Alright, I'll
Servant.
take it.
Servant. Who is basically a demigod at this point. So, yeah. Technically, yeah, I guess.
What a nice lady.
So yeah, she just explained to you that the real blind one is actually just a servant. Demigod to the drop god.
Alright then.
Does not have a name other than the real blind one. Since there is another blind one, but he is not the real blind one. He is just a follower.
Paul takes this all in and is waiting for Song to be done processing it before she does anything further.
Okay.
Nyx would move over to where everyone's at and kind of just wait and kind of looks around a little bit. And is
Once
also
try-
got used to seeing how tall the ceiling is.
It's a really tall ceiling. This is a giant building.
Once
I
Song
keep-
is done processing, Tarkal's gonna give her a hug and apologize for leaving her, but say that she's gonna fix the mistakes soon.
Song would like to leave an offering to the church.
Okay, what are you leaving as an offering?
My really, what is it? Nice immaculate brick and some
Okay.
gold. 5 gold.
Okay. I'm super happy that this is happening. Put it on the altar.
Okay. Song goes puts it on the altar.
Okay. So this golden light shines through a window right above the altar. It kind of comes down around you, and it feels like you're about to get abducted by aliens, even though you don't know what those are, because your body starts lifting up into the air. You start flying toward the window.
I'm
No one
excited
can do
because
anything
I'm
about
flying,
this.
So I'm flapping
So-
my arms.
Follow the
You're finally flying!
Good news! None of you can do anything, and none of you can follow her, so everything that is about to happen is just going to be song.
Boy, here we go.
Fuck all
Oh,
of you.
great! Song gets her own little solo.
I think her god likes her.
I do too. I think
I
we
think my
should stay
god's
put.
annoyed by me.
I think we need to stay put in the church.
Agreed.
So, you basically get teleported to another dimension, and in said dimension you are underwater, but it is a different feeling than being actually underwater. Because the good news is,
Breathable.
you can breathe, you're just kind of sitting there floating, like a sensory deprivation tank.
Oh God.
I'm a little freaked out because I can't swim.
Yes, understandably, you are flailing about, but you feel this calming voice telepathically speak to you. And this trout, 2 times the size of the black whale that you have seen, that swims out from the darkness of the sea in front of you, is currently telepathically speaking to you, trying to calm you and reassure you that you can in fact breathe and that water will not kill you.
Hugh.
Alright, I'm
Legend of
fascinated
Zelda.
by this fish.
You recognize this fish as being the fish that you were fucking slapped with.
I just want to note, this is actually how D&D stuff is going. The god be like, you are mine now.
Song rubs her cheek a little in the memory.
He kind of apologizes, but also says, I'm sorry, but not sorry at the same time, so
That's fair.
get over it. He thanks you for the blessing, because it's a really nice fucking brick. Like, you don't understand the worth of that thing. So, it's weird that you decided to put that down there because it's worth a lot of money, and it will make his church, despite its size already, grow in even more. So it's a good offering to extend his faith beyond more followers. Because of this, he would like to bless something of yours with some divine magic. What would you like to give him for him to bless with divine magic?
Ooh. That's a good question. Let me see what I got in my pockets real quick.
I could just see Song just like pat around.
She's
My
just this
shiny
moment to
jail
tell
key.
Everybody.
You're gonna give him the jail key?
Yes!
Okay. I'm fine with this.
Very on brand.
Kind of take it out of your pocket and like throw it in an awkwardness like toward him. Kind of swims forward and he just gobbles it up. The giant ass mouth. He's a big fucking fish.
All I just picture is giant air bubbles.
Song's
too.
just like standing there wide-eyed like she just watched her fun shiny key that she loved just get eaten by a fish.
I just see her jaw
You-
drop too.
We're a little worried that you might not get this back, and if you do get it back, it might be like your sword and covered in sweat and disgust.
Oh god. We're underwater though, it should wash away, I would hope.
After a moment, he does regurgitate it, and it does come back up to you. It is now gold-plated, and it has a scale pattern on it, like a trout. It's
Yes,
very
give-
metallic and shiny.
Oh, she is definitely keeping that key now.
Yep.
I mean, she was gonna
Nods
keep it
to
in
you.
first place, so-
Thanks you for your service and your continued service. With his wonderful faith in the Vision, him in particular. And then you teleport back to the altar room where you were originally standing, and the light
Is she
slowly
dry?
fades away from you. Yes, she is dry.
Awesome.
Thank God.
I'm holding my key. Excited.
Yes. You should be very excited.
Paco pats her on the head and says, "You're very good, whatever the religion you follow is."
Nyx kind of looks at the key and says, "Should we make that into a necklace for her or no?"
No,
No,
feeling it's probably going to be a lot more useful as an actual key.
Yeah,
Okay.
become more
She
useful.
usually takes pretty good care of this stuff.
Yeah,
With this
true.
magical enchantment.
Song is curious as to what the key does.
I will let you know in 45 minutes at the end of the session.
Oh, alright, that's fair.
Okay.
Part of it because you need to attune to it. The other part is because I haven't thought of it yet. So
Oh my god.
I was really
his
hoping that
name?
you're gonna put your sword down.
You're hoping
The sword down at the altar?
Yes. Well, the sword down for like him to bless it, because then it would have become a trout. That's like a stiff trout.
Oh my god,
When-
like fucking Monster Hunter.
Would have had
Like with this swordfish.
I don't know if
This
Song
is-
would be able to restrain herself from eating it then.
Yeah.
it would be made out of metal. My general thought is that it would also double as a wind instrument, and that you could charm people with it, and it would do the same amount of damage as a two-handed sword, but you would be proficient in using it because it was specifically blessed for you.
Aw, that's okay. I like the key.
Posting that again.
So the key will come in handy, because I will come up with a good enough benefit, considering it was blessed by a fucking god.
I'm getting signals of a new darkness hotspot. Which means
I can't wait till we get out of this town.
Aquarin aren't far
So that way I
behind.
can actually be more pulled towards my god.
Song is excitedly ready to go back to the inn because she is now tired.
Yeah.
After waiting on this asshole to eat and poop out the sword, it's been about an hour, so like 2 o'clock now.
Tarkov
Wow.
kind of updates everyone now that we're actually together, and he's like, we can go back to River's shop a week from now. I'm not 100% sure if they'll let us come in, but he seemed pretty convinced.
Song looks over at Tarkal. Death Omen!
Oh dear. We really need to change your song. We really need to change that word.
Tarkal kind of looks at Song and is like, honestly, that's what got us here in the first place. Not you, but like death. You should probably apologize to that
Nyx
lady.
would kind of
Not
look a
today.
little bit more tired than usual because, like, the bags under her eyes from kind of formed after resisting the sword twice.
Yeah. I had to make sure that you guys were gonna actually succeed in not killing that, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks around.
attempting to.
Some of our team seems tired, so we can keep doing what we need. We can keep doing it, trying to see if we can find Barry again. What was the other thing you wanted to do, Dojima?
More or less, we just need to find Barry, confront him about the situation. I'm gonna need to probably have to look at talk to Son again about, because I think we might have a plan here with some of the items he has for the cult. We'll probably deal with the Barry situation first.
Yeah. We can grab Barry, because Barry would probably want to, just in case things do get violent, he might want to participate.
Better have enough fighter.
And also, I'm kind of concerned the store might be down to see if he's
I-
not with us.
Nyx would kind of look at them and, like, looks like she's about to ready to pass out. And she would say, I need to rest. That sword was... she would,
Boa.
yeah.
We'll go. Can we go?
Gonna go past the inn first. Are you trying to take like another short rest, basically?
Well, I don't know if next is even able to. I don't.
I was
mean,
gonna
if you're about to go
take it.
confront Barry, it could go south.
Yeah.
Well, we can do a tracking.
I guess, yeah, you could technically try to track him, find out where
you can
he's
use
at,
Omelet.
and then tomorrow go confront him.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, but like in D&D.
Plus, I kind of want to check up on the gnomes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
also
just me.
gotta remember that the next day Fortuna's meeting with the siren dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we might do a split off. We might do a two-party thing again.
Most likely.
Yeah, that
Verbatim.
would.
Should work.
Using the Kinku to the best of their ability.
I mean, also I could go with Song and use Veil, Pass Without Trace, and we can both do it. Because she has an invisibility spell, I have an invisibility spell, so... Yeah. But I'll go help with confronting Barry. Yeah.
Like
About 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's kind of surprising since it was like 1 when we left Steven's house.
Yeah.
Only took like an hour to go through all that.
Well, also, we had to walk through town while holding a demonic possessed bird. Yeah. And telling people, yeah. And then it took 30 minutes, so. And then another 45 with the fish. Yeah.
Oh, my ball starts walking.
Okay. Where are you going?
Towards the end.
Is everyone going to stop by the inn, or are we splitting parties so that some people can go somewhere and some other people can go to another place? It's very attractive.
Yeah, they're gonna go back to the end.
Yes, HP will go back to the inn.
I wanna,
What did you say?
I just want to grab Barry.
Okay, 8 is going to the store to get Vary, and then they will meet back up at the inn with Vary.
Allied Elixni flee from the European city.
That.
Many threats stand in their way. The Guardian can help, yes?
And I think that accounts for everyone, so that works out. Well, this is still a pretty easy ride to go back and forth, or jog to go back and forth between this part of town and another part of town. It will not require a survival check. As you're walking back toward the end, some of the people who were here before, when you were coming back the other way, very relieved and happy to see that Song is actually okay, and that you guys were not kidnapping her or anything like that. There are some slight whisperings back and forth about, like, oh my god, did you hear that she was possessed by something? There are whispers, but they're not very hushed. It's kind of easy to hear, to be honest. People are really bad at gossiping in this town.
Really.
Sakal is glaring at them for speaking about their small bird.
Roll for an intimidation.
That'll be funny if they're actually... Nothing.
The second you glare at them, a lot of them just immediately drop and turn away like, oh fuck, you hurt us. And kind of either dip into side alleys, other streets, or back into their homes trying to get away from you.
Is one of them Karen?
No, Karen is not seen on the streets much anymore.
I wonder why.
If you would like to, you can try to look at her home along the way. This will go right by it.
Song glances over.
Okay. So you kind of glance over. Her house is kind of fallen into disrepair on the outside. Her grass is like super tall. A little like the weeds basically that are growing up between the cobblestone and shit around the home. Incredibly tall. Her roof is kind of falling in a little bit. There is no clothes on the clothesline currently. And all the like windows are like there is something black over them.
And
What's
I'm
going
concerned. Song points it out to Tarkal.
Tarkal looks with immense guilt, because she was already feeling guilty about the situation.
What did I just come back to?
We just looked at Karen's house.
Tarkal looks at Song. You think we should apologize to her properly?
Song says yes.
Tarkal goes to break off and she's like, I have to do something else. I'll see you guys at the end. And Song, you can come if you would like.
Yeah, we do need to apologize. Song walks over there with her.
Okay. You go to the front door that you guys have never been to before. Only Gilgamesh has actually gone inside their home.
I went in her house.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Song and Tarkal that went in, and Gilgamesh because he went to talk to her.
Oh, I did go in. put my sorry crap.
Nyx
Oh,
is kind
yeah.
of just like dragging a little bit behind and just leaning against her quarterstaff as she walks.
Following them?
No, not now.
Okay.
As
Just
they were,
continuing
as
on.
we were, yeah.
Carpal knocks on the door gently. The wood was too far for me to cut.
Roll a strength check.
I was about to say, I have my nightstand right next to me. I could have used like that. I don't know if you heard that. Ooh, I actually kind of hurt my knuckle.
Why do I have to do a strength check? Oh, goodness.
Okay, so the door swings all the way open. There was no light coming from inside other than the doorway itself. It is pitch black.
Are
She
there
is
any
not the person who opened the door.
Are there any torches within reach or candles that I can see?
No.
Dancing
Unless you want to pull one out.
Don't have
that.
one.
Carpal does that, and he's like, is anybody home?
You do not hear any answers. The inside of her house is a mess. It looks like a scene from Hoarders. Except
Lord.
instead of being like useless junk, it is nothing but clothes. Lots and lots of clothes.
Carpal, like, goes in cautiously. Hello?
No answer.
Lady that lives in this house?
There is no answer.
Is there any signs of her?
Not really. You don't hear walking or response or breathing or any other noise that may indicate that there is someone currently inside of this residence.
Wait, did
Including
Dojima
yourself.
stop in front of the place?
She kind of goes to the
background,
one
realizing where
area
they're at.
where she knows the room is.
Bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay, the door is currently shut.
She knocks on that door,
There is no answer.
opens it.
It is locked.
She knocks harder.
There is no answer.
She is now extremely concerned.
Just gonna stand there concerned all day or do something.
She tries to pick the lock, I guess.
You do not have these tools, so that is
I
not
do not
gonna
have
work
these
out.
tools.
Nyx would turn back around, realizing that where they stopped at, and kind of like propped herself up on the door that was open, and was kind of just leaning against the doorway.
The house?
Yeah.
There was now a gnome propped up against the door jamb of the house. The entrance. It's kind of blocking some of the light coming into the room.
Real quick question.
Yes.
I have no idea what this key does, but is it gonna be a one-use sort of deal?
No.
She
Definitely not
attempts
one
to
use.
use the key.
Roll a d100.
Oh boy.
Heh. 69.
You insert this key into the lock for some unknown reason. Probably something to do with this key and the lock manufacturer being the same across the fortress guards in this particular doorway. It turns in your hand. It's a little sticky, like it doesn't exactly match, but it's so close that with a little wiggling here and there, you can open the door, and the door opens.
I look inside.
The room is very dimly lit up, and it is clean. It is not like the rest of the house.
I call out, are you okay?
There's no answer.
I kind of peek my head in the room.
Okay, so you look in. Like I said, it's clean.
Is there like any signs of life?
Yes, that someone is currently living here, but it's not like anything recent. Like there's no warm food out or anything like that.
Is there any like signs of where she's gone? I guess that'd be an investigation check.
Yes, that would in fact be an investigation check. It is currently
Like it's just those three.
call.
All my rolls, but when I actually need a good one, this is what happens.
And Song, and
Yeah.
Nyx is currently standing outside, so she can't really investigate.
The rest of
if
us
she's standing out there.
The rest of us are heading to the inn.
I would like to make
Make
a
a
perception
5.
check to see if anybody is in the room with us.
Okay.
Like hidden.
Okay. There's one thing in the room that stands out to you.
Oh.
There is a wardrobe in the corner of the room. It's weird because most wardrobes are rectangles that are pushed up against the wall. This one is not a rectangle. It is a equilateral triangle. It is can't be. It's a right triangle that is in the corner of the room. So it makes a 45-degree angle facing you between the two walls. It's large. And it almost looks like a doorway.
Does Nick see it too, or no?
You are still currently
You're
sitting
still
at the door
outside.
jam.
I'm in the doorway.
Song starts goes
Yes,
over and
the bedroom
starts
is
feeling
around
around
the
to see
corner.
if she can open it. If it is a doorway.
There is a door handle on it. Since it's a wardrobe, you gotta open it somehow. So there is a door handle.
Nyx now moves into the house, kind of looking at the clothes a little bit, and is wondering if there's any, like, markings on them, or is it just plain old clothes?
It's clothes of all different varieties. Like some Aquarian guard uniforms are mixed in, some regular civilian clothes are mixed in, some like dirty, dingy fisherman clothes are mixed in. It's just anyone and everyone's clothes.
Our call is watching Song.
I open the door.
Okay, so you open the wardrobe, and inside the actual wardrobe are some very beautiful
God damn it, Alpha.
dresses.
I move into where, Tarkal and Song are.
Song is currently looking at some very beautiful dresses that are inside of this wardrobe.
Do I need to make a wisdom check to see if I can actually, or an intelligence check to see if I can actually, like, decide whether or not Song thinks it's a door?
I would do an investigation check on this wardrobe. What I would do.
I shall do that.
Yeah, and you can have advantage. Okay. At the bottom of the wardrobe is another triangle inside of this triangle. So it is inset
Smaller?
off of the edge of... Yeah, it's a smaller triangle. So it's inset just a little bit. There is a knotted rope sticking out of that triangle. A handle that you can pull on.
I pulled the rope.
A trap door at the bottom of this wardrobe swings open, and there is a ladder, a tunnel that leads downwards, like the other tunnel that you found the other day.
Like the one.
Oh, this morning.
The
I'm
wine
sorry.
cellar?
Yeah, the one that you found this morning.
Okay. Our call sends one of the lights down there.
Okay. It
I will
pretty much
follow
does
them.
exactly what the other one did. It just goes straight down for a few hundred feet. There is a ladder, and it is just barely big enough to kind of shimmy your way down the ladder.
Another adventure song?
Well, we've come this far, so Song just looks at her and says, kick some ass.
You know what? Fuck it. Nim's going with him.
Okay.
Nim says I'll follow.
Her call would go down first if she has the light.
Okay. So you start clambering down this really long ladder. You're kind of used to this at this point, considering you've done it twice now. It's up and one down. It takes you quite 10 minutes to get down. When you finally reach the bottom, you find another tunnel, very similar to the other ones that are all around this stupid town. You could go left, or you could go right. Nyx and Song eventually catch up to where you are at.
What kind of check would I do to try to figure out which way to go?
You are figuring it out in particular.
I'm just looking for any signs that if there's
Perception. There is a portion of the stone floor that is far darker than the other side. There's so much dirt on the bottom of someone's shoes. They've been walking the same path for a long time that the dirt has rubbed off there. That way is traveled far more.
She kind of looks at everyone. Do you want to go down that path? Making sure it's good with
Song. Song says yes.
She starts walking.
Okay.
And the vote at that point is yes.
Sure. I'm gonna do that to you. So, after about 5 minutes of walking, on your left-hand side is an alcove about the size of a small bathroom. Inside of the alcove is a lot of burning orange candles. They are not scented, they're just burning orange candles. They are all lit currently. In the middle of all of these burning candles is a hand-drawn image. The group, excluding Dojima, the word justice above it. Above this hand-drawn image of the group is a picture of Groucho, which you guys are now familiar with.
Her call is literally just looking in shock. We were gonna apologize to her.
Alt.
Yeah. We were about to do that.
Lady cult. Lady cult.
She was
And then,
probably not originally in the cult, and then you guys did what you did, and then she probably joined the cult. I will tell you guys that much.
That was in her disadvantage.
Yeah,
Nyx would look at Song and
Philip
just say,
also points.
settle down.
Point out that there's guard uniforms in there, which means the cult's probably disguising themselves as guards. Then I guess.
Oh shit.
I didn't think about
Well-
that, but yes.
I already put that together.
Right.
Song
Same.
is now worried and kind of like taking a step back. He reaches for Tarkol's hands and says, "Friends."
Okay, let's leave. Wait, before we leave, I want to just make sure like there's no other clues in this situation.
The tunnel continues on if you want to go further, and then you obviously have the other direction as well, but this current clue is kind of a bombshell and could be a poor choice to continue.
Yeah.
Let's go back, guys. I'll look at a piece of mail to find out who.
Yeah.
Really? Oh my god, it's only been like 18 sessions since this character was introduced.
That was the main reason I wanted to run into her, to apologize and find out her name.
Oh my god.
Wait, can we like hurry back and try to like be a little faster this time just because of the pure discomfort of this moment?
Yeah. By all means. Does everyone want to hurry back, or is it just Tarkal like taking off?
Song's already
Well,
Everybody. Like, I don't care how tired I
Just
am.
kidding, she
I'm
didn't leave.
booking it.
She's still there, but she's
Tarkal
definitely
actually
ready to
does
leave.
Scoop up. She does scoop up Nim because she knows that she's tired. And she kind of like pushes them up the ladder just in case.
So you all kind of take off, and the second you get out of the home, you're just running.
I did try to find a sign of what her name was before I left.
You grab a piece of mail and you just keep going. You don't even open it right now. You just really want to get back to the end.
Dude, Nyx is
I don't
kind of
wanna
blinking
steal
at being
mail.
picked up.
You grabbed a piece of mail. It was already opened. It's just the envelope. So you're not actually stealing the mail.
Okay.
As you're running, you do pass the group. Everyone else has literally just now gotten to the inn, and you guys are like
Just
pushing through the door, trying to
And,
get
like,
by.
I just kind of screech out, "In now!"
Alright.
Is it bad that I like imagine Dojima just saying alright?
And I just kind of picture like them blinking like, what the fuck?
I take a moment to read the mail.
Are you ready for her name?
No.
Oh boy.
Because I bet it's gonna be Karen.
No, it's not Karen.
Go ahead.
It's Kenyatta.
I'm gonna fight. I will fight right now.
I can see her just giving him the death glare about to choke
It's like,
him out.
don't you say it.
Say it, Philip.
Okay, go ahead and keep talking.
Say it, Philip.
Yeah, keep talking.
Say it! Come on, Philip!
he's like scratching it out. Like,
Trying to come up with another one really quick. Like, let me not say that one.
What's her name, Philip?
Kenyak!
Tiffany!
What's her name, Philip?
So her actual
Kenya.
name is Linda, because that is
Oh my god!
it is another Karen kind of name, you know.
That's my grandmother's name.
Listen,
So-
Linda.
Oh boy.
Inspiration for this, because it's not your grandmother. It's actually my old Boy Scout master. So don't think it's,
What?
I'm trying to diss your grandmother name.
Most Boy Scout masters are the mom.
She was great.
Is there anything else on this piece of mail?
Her last name.
Doesn't matter, but like, just say who it's from. Anything?
Her last name is White. So
My family last name?
yeah, it's more just kind of describing.
Nyx kind of taps Tarkal like, you can put me down now.
Tarkal puts her
Anyway.
down.
Who's who's it from? Like Kenyana said.
Fine.
Who's it from?
Oh. What was the name of that detective that you guys fucking murdered?
I called him bald bitch, so I really don't know.
It's from that guy, whatever his name is. It's a love letter, basically.
Tarkal, I knew it.
Except there is no love letter in it because it's just an envelope, but the point.
I knew the relations. Too bad he's dead. Tarkal burns the letter.
Alright, no evidence, you burn it.
He's
Are
able
we
to
just like
do that.
standing in the doorway doing this?
I kind of put you guys kind of at your table where you usually kind of have
Alright, thank you.
meetings at.
Alright, so, that was a lot.
Lady cult, lady
Karen.
cult.
Karen's in a cult. Well, Linda, the lady, her name's Linda, guys. She's in a cult. And I think this cult really does run quite deep.
Song like takes out a piece of paper and poorly scribbles what she saw on the wall. The imagery of us, and then like draws the candles in the weird, freaky altar,
Do that.
hands it to them so they can see what we saw.
You can make it out. It makes sense. It's not like stick figures or anything.
At least you're not cursed, Dojima.
Wonder why she has a grudge out for you guys.
Don't worry about it.
Want to pursue that, or are you just gonna let that one go?
No, it was more or less sarcasm because I'm pretty sure the sirens informed you of the situation there.
Loosely. You don't know the exact details.
Yeah, I just know that she has a history with them.
Yeah.
Song now wants a really stiff drink, so she takes a cup and a cup for Gilgamesh, and she pours some whiskey for both of us.
Oh, I figured we had a shot.
Nyx would kind of look around for the gnomes to see how they're doing.
So, Song and Gilgamesh are gonna take shots. That's fine. You guys do that. I'm not gonna make you roll Constitution. The gnomes have become regular employees. It's pretty obvious that he may have lost Jerry, but he has now gained 6 more. So, kind of worked out for him. You kind of gather the feeling that he may or may not forget that Jerry was ever a thing at this point. All 6 gnomes are currently wearing the uniform, and they are actively pushing out things to other patrons, moving about.
Nyx, anytime she would see one of them pass by, she would give a subtle nod.
They're all extremely happy. Like, they're really pleased with the situation. Starting wage is relatively good. They can actually carve out a life here if needed to.
Yeah, she would look for the innkeeper.
He's currently behind his desk, reading the newspaper.
She would find a stool and kind of jump up on it, even though she's exhausted. And she would look. She would kind of lean a little bit and say hello to the innkeeper.
He looks up from his newspaper. He folds it. He says yes. Hello.
She would put her hand out to him and say, "Thank you for giving the gnomes their the jobs."
Thank you for sending them here. They are going to really assist. Ever since I lost Jerry, the place hasn't been the same. And now, I have 5 more than I did before.
I thought there were 6.
He had 1, lost 1, add 6. So technically he has 5 more.
No. 6 gnomes were in the...
Yeah. If he had Jerry, he would have 1, right?
No, that's not what I'm talking about. We retrieved 6 gnomes.
Yes.
Yeah,
From...
so he's telling you he got 6 gnomes.
Yes.
2, yeah, he went from having 1 gnome to now 5 more than...
my brain's not fully working today. Math, I hate math, so go figure.
I paused there because I had to do the math of subtracting 6 and 1.
5!
Yeah, but, she kind of was asking if they could have a drink as a, celebratory thing for them.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Sure, why not? He, kind of motions
We
for
just
one of
heard
them.
that this woman wants to fucking kill us and you want to celebrate. I mean, I did just drink with Gilgamesh, so I'll just shut up.
I'm also celebrating the fact that you're no longer cursed.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
They fetched one of the high tier wines that ages ago you guys bought. And everyone gets a very hearty wine glass. This is not a, drink the whole shot down at once. This is a very fine wine glass that you should probably sip on over the evening.
Yeah.
Could you kind of just... How much gold is it?
The bottle?
Yeah.
It was 5 gold pieces for the bottle. I don't even remember, man. I don't remember.
I think it was 5 silver.
Okay, there you go. It's 1 gold. Don't remember, man. This was ages ago.
So, she'd buy the bottle and just give him the 1 gold and kind of just kind of sit there and relax and is happy for the moment, enjoying the fact that some of her gnome friends are happily and not going to be enslaved. Alpha, don't forget about your little elf girlfriend.
She has not been out and about, so she's probably up in her room. Stops you before you say anything. Just hands you a key.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Alpha. I also give him 2 full wine glasses and just say, "Have fun."
Just kind of sipping it, still kind of traumatized from the whole situation.
Yeah. Also, she kind of raises the glass towards Song and say, to not being cursed anymore.
Alpha? You literally go to put the key in the door, and it just opens, and she's there, and she's looking at you, and she goes, "I see the innkeeper did what I asked him to do."
Oh my god!
Oh my lord!
To give you a key and let you know exactly where I was.
Oh boy!
Yeah, I would actually really love some wine. I'm very parched. He takes it happily, and she starts sipping it because she has an appreciation for wine, unlike most of the heathens in your party.
Song feels a disturbance in the force.
She does invite you into the room.
Tarkal also feels slightly insulted, but is underlined.
Jesus. Okay. It wasn't meant like that, but I guess it was at the same time.
Oh god.
You can tell that God is judging her.
For the sake of it being 11 o'clock, I also don't want to go that far with another man, because I am not that gay. It is a very enjoyable time. You do school her. It's, not really like instantly in bed with her. You do talk about like some of her experiences and her backstory, exactly what happened and where she came from. So it's a very smooth. The word for it. You're not being a fuckboy, basically. You're actually kind of showing that you somewhat care about her emotions and her well-being, and it does pay off because it is a very enjoyable night. Definitely better than the lizard.
What's the matter? You don't have a rollout to see if he's top or bottom?
No, this is way different than that time.
It's because you're actually talking it through.
This was a lot more sensual.
Leave it at that, or are you gonna go in more detail?
I'm
We're
good.
just gonna leave it at that.
Philip, like, just Philip squirming, just give me a little squirming out of it.
Not really. I'm used to role-playing sex. It's usually with a woman, not a dude. So I'm just kind of like, I don't want to do that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's because it's
What if Alpha wants to know what's going on more?
If he really wants to. You want him? Alright.
Oh my gosh.
So, after your wonderful conversations about her backstory, it naturally leads to you kind of like laying your hand on her thigh in like a I really feel you, your life kind of sucks moment. And she kind of leans in, and you lean in, and you both kiss. It's really nice. It's long. She does not give you tongue. She pulls back. You both lock eyes, and at that point, it's kind of like, oh yeah, it's definitely happening. And then you proceed with the tongue. You get a little touchy-feely, and all the right places. She has changed into actual clothes this time, not her dingy rags that she arrived in, fortunately. So, thankfully, since it's regular clothes, you are very proficient in removing them. In the wonderful moonlight coming through the window, as is the custom in most of these rooms, you can take full view of her entire body for the first time, not covered in rags. She is pretty busty and pretty damn thick in all the right areas. You are fortunately making out like a goddamn bandit right now. The best way I could describe her body is like darkness from Konosuba. So it's pretty damn nice. Awesome, I'm glad you know who that is. She kind of comes towards you and comes down on top of you in bed, and you're kind of making out there. You eventually roll her over. She is warmed up at this point pretty well after all your wonderful fondling and touches and kissing and making out and doing what usual people do as adults. Full penetration, nice and easy. Just like that.
Would you say like the swallow? Like that one video? Or like...
Talking about the grapefruit?
No.
Oh.
Like the one where it's like, when the lady wants you, it's like her area just like that?
And that's kind of like the noise it makes.
Yeah, that noise.
Pretty good
I want to
feeling.
contribute. Because that it's different versus when you insert it versus when she takes you in.
Yeah.
They're different.
God, fuck TikTok, first off. Second off,
It's science.
because of the romantic nature of this, and it not just being I'm just gonna fuck you and in the morning you'll leave type thing, this entire night is gonna last all of 2 hours. That's like with the penetration. That is excluding the making out and the fondling. Your entire stint is 2 hours. You lasted quite some time with her. Really made sure that she was enjoying it. At the end of all of this, you kind of roll off of her. We're both breathing pretty heavily. She's pretty fucking happy. Kinda limp, but in a good way. She's probably not going to be able to walk in the morning. And you might be late to getting to the table for breakfast in the morning. Might actually be a better idea to ask one of your gnome friends to bring you breakfast in the morning instead. You don't have to get up. This is just, it's not good right now. Your legs are kind of jello-like for 2 fucking hours. Literally. Yeah. Congratulations, Alpha. You made me go through this entire stint on a live stream.
I just want to note that means you thought about this a little bit beforehand.
I made all of that up as I went, Kenyana. I appreciate your little, oh, you had to think about this beforehand, but I literally made up
There's-
everything as we went.
That was like way too like detailed.
He wanted details, I gave him details, that's what a DM does!
That was so detailed.
God damn. I want to do this again, all of you.
No, now you're going to have to do this at least another 10 times.
And they say that the bard is the one that is supposed to be doing this shit.
Okay, rogue. Our bard is also literally a toddler.
Literally.
Not literally?
No, not literally.
Small child.
I think her mental acuity at this point would be like one of your two oldest sisters.
Doesn't help.
Wow, I don't know if I should be taken aback by that statement because you just dissed the fuck out of your sisters or what?
Have I not told you what's been going on?
No?
I will talk to you later.
You're being retarded?
I will talk to you later about it.
Say yes or no.
It's a kind of situation.
Okay. That's a fantastic wrapping up point. Would anyone else like to do anything? Moogle, I will get your magical item tonight, and I will text you on Discord.
Okie dokie. Oh god, Matt, no! Are you creeping on them?
No, I'm not.
That'd be super weird.
Just that if you sit in the general chat.
I do have a legitimate question. Is the shop burnt to the ground?
No.
Is this canon?
Oh, shit.
No.
I should have said that Emily was there, and so was Ace Bay. My bad.
Well, I assume that.
She watched the shop. Shop's fine.
I mean, Vary's not evil. Just has...
He's not?
No.
I thought she was this whole time.
No.
So Ace Bay's the only evil one?
No, she
At
just
least
has
she's
violent
chaotic neutral.
tendencies.
It's just arson. Ace Bay.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, is the shop okay?
This is fine.
Maybe sending Ace Bay there wasn't a good idea.
It's fine. They're back with you guys. They toasted with you.
Okay. The two money-hungry people will remember if it's not. Oh.
Does anyone else have anything else?
Do we want to do dream rolls tonight?
No.
I'd like to dream roll.
Yes.
I think Tarkal just wants to be drunk in somewhere else.
I would like to dream roll, considering now that I have wine on board.
Okay. I will be getting off of Xbox. I will do your dream rolls in text chat. It's going to be a D10 anyways.
Got it.
Alright. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Alright.
Ah, my